Good afternoon, peeps, and welcome to another episode of TLU. Let's talk about it. For those who don't know, my name is John, and this is my
My name
wife,
is
Ash.
Ash.
Yes, and this is a weekly, I would say it's a news show pretty much, but we don't like to consider it like that. We like to consider it like uh, a conversation that, we want to produce. And we just give out news for you to guys to get a bit informed. And, we just share the conversation, share opinions on the topics that we give out and see what you think about it. But we're not just like the local news show that we just give news and that's it, and we don't care what you think. It's like, hey, we give you that the weather is at 68 degrees and it's gonna rain, and I don't care if it doesn't, and if you complain about it, I just give the news. That's pretty much what they feel like. But yeah, um, it's a day. It's a weird day. It was super sunny outside. Now that I'm seeing
Now it's
it,
like gloomy and
it's
it's a little
gloomy
bit
and
cold,
cloudy. Yes,
right?
very confusing day outside.
Yeah.
But it was. I don't know. I just want the heat already to come fully. I don't want to. It's so weird. It's mopey and weird. I don't know. It's not. It's an in between of winter. I think you could call it spring. It's like,
Fall?
I don't
No,
know.
spring. Sorry. I
It's
don't even
spring.
know.
Fall. It's like
I don't even know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
fall is
Uh
yes. Fall is fall, and
I mean,
something fell. Uh-huh.
I'm excited for summer because I get to wear dresses, but I'm not excited about having less layers than in Christmas because I
Yeah. Oh
don't like
no.
that.
Yes. I know.
Yeah, so I've discovered that I'm just not. I don't know. I don't like not being layered. I'm weird, but it is what it is, I guess.
But no, I mean yes, because you know what's funny. And today we were actually talking. I was actually talking to a coworker of mine, saying that how you used to wear a lot of dresses, and you would love to do
Hmm.
dresses, and because of the weather that we had in Puerto Rico,
Yeah.
and it was more refreshing. But at least in this place where we live in New York, it's like weird. And
Yeah.
they were saying that she was saying that she can't either wear dresses because guys are like predators and tend to like vaya
Yeah,
mami
or
te
like
quiero comer it boop
yeah,
así es
that
como que
happens everywhere, but I feel that here it's like a thing where I don't feel safe sometimes, going out, but that's like a whole conversation for another day. At least going out by myself.
mm-hmm.
So, it's complicated. It's complicated, but I like wearing dresses in the summer. That's pretty much it. And then then I just,
I
I don't know.
see. Oh, you're a little bit delayed. I was like, oh, weird. Okay, got it.
I'm delayed.
Yeah, you're delayed a little bit. And then
The name is to me.
the name is to you.
Yeah, the mic's name. It's
Ah,
pointing to me.
I don't know why I hear you so differently.
I don't know.
You're, I hear you weird. Hola, bendiciones.
Bendición.
Um, but yeah, today we got the giveaway, and we figured out a little bit of a fun way to actually do it. It's just gonna be a little bit strange because StreamYards doesn't allow for us to share properly the OBS product and what we really want to do. So, hoping that you guys cross over. When we finish the stream, we're going to end it, and instantly, just like in 5 seconds, I'm going to launch OBS so that you guys can jump in it, and we're going to do the giveaway over there. And it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be very cool, and for you guys to enjoy it. But today is the giveaway of MLB The Show. MLB Show giveaway. We're gonna have it tonight. And
Yeah.
tonight, now, if you're one of the participants that is joining the giveaway of MLB The Show, if you're a subscriber, then you're in luck because we want you to be here tonight. Because that way, the secret of how we're going to do this will be revealed, but we need you to be right there and then. Again, it's a surprise. It's a cool way for us to give away the MLB The Show 21 for our giveaway. And the season's already started. So the game is officially released this Friday. So if you're a subscriber, hooray for you for redeeming those points. If you are a subscriber and you haven't, what are you doing, my friend? What are you doing, please? All right. So, Ash, what do we got for the week?
Yeah, so this week on the Legacy Universe, we have a couple of things. This week on TLU, as you see here. We're excited to announce that we have new merchandise. In the store, we usually have the Legacy Masters merchandise that is available. That is our section here on Twitch, where we pick a game and we finish it until the end. So we have t-shirts, tank tops, mugs, and a hoodie that is available in the store. But we also incorporated this new line of t-shirts called From Our Land to the Universe, which has our famous astronaut with the Puerto Rican, Dominican, and United States flag. So if you want to rep your Dominican pride or Puerto Rican or American pride across the universe, this is the line for you. And we also presented these other designs with the Legacy Masters horror section drawing by Saturn_Strawberry. So thank you to her for making this awesome artwork. And we have a Throw It Into the Universe t-shirt, which is part of our section here on Twitch on Wednesdays. So the link is down below. I'm not going to say it because John doesn't like it when I say it. So
no, please. Yeah, it's teesprings.com/the legacy universe. That is it. But it is how it's written right there. It's like, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So that's gonna be all for this week. Oh, our schedule. I was joking. Our schedule for this week is up and running. So on Sunday we started off the week playing some Cuphead. We finished Little Nightmares on Monday. Today we are here with TLU. Let's talk about it. And on Saturday we are gonna continue Little Nightmares, but we're gonna play one of the DLCs. There's 3 DLCs, so we're gonna play that, and then hopefully sometime in the future. We're going to play the sequel as well. This was a great game. We had a lot of fun. So this is the schedule for
watch
this
the
week.
Clips.
Yeah, watch the clips. This is the schedule for this week. And then next week, hopefully, I think we're going to do something similar like we did last week, which was from Monday to Thursday and then Saturday having a stream. So only having Friday off and Sundays too. I forget that Sunday is the beginning of the week. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's going to be our schedule for this week. And that's going to be all. I think I uploaded a couple of highlights from our last show on our main YouTube channel. And I'm slowly but surely uploading all of the videos that are missing from our Legacy Universe Live page on YouTube. So today I actually put the second episode of Little Nightmares, which was basically the ending of the game. And I am uploading as we speak the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Tournament that we had here, which was missing from the Legacy Universe Live, and a couple of other videos. So just stay tuned.
Wait, we only had 2 streams for Little Nightmares?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I thought it was 3.
No, it was 2. It was. We started on Saturday, and then, when was it? I don't even know what day it is. On Monday, we finished it. Monday, we finished it. Because we were gonna do only chapters. I think it was gonna be a chapter per stream, but it was a really short game. So we ended up just finishing it on Monday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hola, Dinah.
Hola, Dinah. ¿Cómo
está? We're just talking right now. We were about to jump into the news, but we were talking about how, like, it was out of the blue. Like, Ash mentioned it, and I'm like, Little Nightmares only took 2 streams to finish. And I thought it was like 3 or just a smidge longer. But wow, that was so short.
Yeah. Because I remember that we were going to do a chapter per stream, but then I think on Saturday, chapter 1 was really quick, and then we finished chapter 2. And then the man me, or Bambi as we call him, he told us that the game is like, yeah, it's a really short game.
It's a short
Really short
game.
game, Dinah. So I
We got
think
it at $5,
on
or did I already have it? Or did we get it
I
for
don't
five
remember.
bucks?
I know that we got it at the PS Store. I know that we got it at the PS
Then I
Store.
think we did get it for $5, Dinah. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
still at $5 yet, but we got it on one of those like spring sales. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we were gonna finish it, and all of a sudden, I think there was only one chapter left, and we were just like, whatever, because we weren't even in the 2 hour mark at the PS Store. Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. Chito me dejo un peso.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's all that we have for this week. Stay tuned for Saturday. We're gonna continue playing Little Nightmares, either the DLC or the sequel. I think we're striving more for the DLC, and then we might do additional streams this week. We're not sure, but just stay tuned to our social media. We are going to announce it. If not, it's going to be a surprise for you guys. So, surprise. And that's all. On Sunday, I'm going to publish the new schedule for next week, which hopefully we're going to start including, Remnant from the Ashes, which is a game that we're playing. And it was a very hard, a 3 hour stream here on Twitch when we started playing it. So, we'll see if we can incorporate that and just incorporate a lot of things for next week.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And we got Sparrow Wolf here. Que la que
Ooh,
hay?
Sparrow.
Azuga.
Like,
Yeah, today I feel like I need the coffee. I feel like today I need the coffee
you need
because
the coffee?
yeah, I think I'm when you start giving your news, I think I'm gonna make it because
Okay.
I am feeling with energy, but I feel like a robot. I feel like I'm a robot right now. I don't know why. I think it's because of work and what I've been
That's
doing. It.
weird.
Yeah, it's like I am talking, but I feel like I don't know if you guys understand me. Like you guys in the
So
chat
you're
when you
talking, but you feel like this
not like
all the time?
not like that. It's more like there's a string, an invisible string pulling you, but it's straight. It's like there. I don't feel. I feel like,
That's so
well,
metaphoric. I don't know
today is
why.
like the legacy universe, and
I
today's
mean,
news is like
it's
a
Wednesday. I think
bah,
you know what
bah.
I no, but you know what I think
There, I cheered
honestly.
myself up right there.
We streamed almost every day for Friday, and on Friday we still streamed even though it wasn't on our Twitch. We did it for the Puerto Rico Comic Con, and I feel
Yeah,
like this week we're feeling the yeah,
the
but I feel like
residual
this week,
effects.
yes, this week we're feeling the
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 residual
effects
effects.
of having streamed almost every day. So I think that might be the case. I think that we just really need to have a day and just do nothing.
Whatever to do
Nothing.
whatever, and
And sleep all
yeah.
day. So
I
yeah,
mean,
but it'll be
yeah,
fine. It'll be fine.
yeah, got it, got it. Anyway, all right, my peeps, let's jump into the news of today, and we're gonna start off with my favorite system. Well, actually, two are from my favorite system from PlayStation. But the first news of the day
I picked this one.
is oh, you did, yes. So let's do something. You put the picture, and I'll put the heading.
Okay.
And 3, 2.
Wait.
Oh, okay. Let me know.
1.
By the way, you said. Oh my
Te cogí perfect. Ay.
god. So, Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn to join Fortnite. Now, I don't know how many people of you guys. I mean, no, I don't. You see, I'm the thing. It's the thing. It's the tiresome thing. Anyway, now I don't know how many of you guys play Fortnite, but Aloy is a fantastic character that debuted with the game Horizon Zero Dawn. That is also a fantastic game that Ash actually started playing it but didn't continue. And again, it's more so of
Wow,
things
but
that it's more so
when
things
did I
that
start playing?
yeah, it was like I don't know, like
It was a
last
long time
year
before
or the
I
year
was
before
like
that.
before like I was really into gaming. Now I'm just like, wow,
Yes.
I gotta play her. If she's a legend in Fortnite, I have to play her. So, or the game,
Yeah.
not her.
Yeah, definitely. So, Eloy arrives in Fortnite as the latest member of the Gaming Legend series. So Eloy dropped us a bundle and for Hello Play. Oh, Jesus Christ! As a, I'm like all over the place. Sorry, guys. Um, as Aloy arrives at the latest member of the Gaming Legend series, we're making the occasion extra special with a new tournament and limited time mode. Read on for the Aloy items that will be entering the Fortnite item shop, as well as info about the Aloy Cup and the limited time mode team up. Aloy and Laura. Oh, Aloy and Laura.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
have Lara
team
Croft.
up.
I finally got her, guys. I got her.
Yeah.
And
I,
I got the PS4 version of her that came out in Fortnite, and I got the Fortnite version of her, if that makes sense. I want to
no,
get the
yeah,
pixel.
yeah.
I want to
the
get there. There's a classic one, like a classic Lara Croft that's like pixelated and all that stuff, and I really want to get that one. But that's like after level 100. That's like a secret mission thing. So
Yeah. And
we'll
in
see.
addition to the Aloy outfit, all these items will be available for purchase in the item shop starting April 15th, 2020. Let me actually share this page. So if you guys haven't seen it, I would like to show you the page that I am reading because, it's actually more interactive if I do that. Don't you think, John? Don't you think? All right. So here we go. I can't see. All right, here we go.
I
Yes,
fixed it.
yes, thank you. So this is Aloy. For those who don't know, of course, I mean you were seeing it in the picture, and these are the items that will be coming into Fortnite. Usually, like the article said from PlayStation Blog, usually these items and certain characters are actually deployed and they go into a cup. So you enter the cup on a certain specific day. You participate in it, of course, and whatever rating you got, certain amount of people will achieve to earn this outfit and these gears for free. Now,
Yeah.
like the article said, it will be joining the item shop, I believe, on the 15th. Let me see. Yeah, shop
Tomorrow.
starting. Yeah. It will be joining the shop tomorrow on the 15th, so that you can definitely just purchase the character and the items in the store. Those blaze may not be a crafting resource on the island. You can still use it for show via the blaze canister back bling. Now, something that is very cool is that I actually noticed that based off on the season that they do have, Fortnite actually incorporates characters that have to do with that type of environment. Just like Lara Croft, she's a Tomb Raider, so she's been familiar with this type of environment, like the wild, like
Yeah, I was
secrets,
gonna say,
tombs, pun
and
intended.
yeah, and for
Pre,
me,
what was it? Primal.
but another interesting thing, and I haven't heard a lot of people talk about this, but they did add like dinosaurs.
Yeah, yeah. So it's pretty much
Like, I
primal.
think I showed you
Yes.
one, right?
Like
And I hate the dinosaurs because you are just trying to do your thing and they chase you. Like, there's no break. And if they see you going inside of a house, they start like banging on the house and trying to open the door so they can get to you. So you have no choice. You have to kill these dinosaurs. So
yeah.
I think Fortnite in a way has become more interactive with this new update. I'm just curious to see what are they going to do on June 8th, which is going to be the next chapter in this game.
Yeah, yeah. So it's very interesting how they're doing it. Like I never really paid attention to Fortnite before up until this year. But
Yep.
yeah. And I'm going to read just one comment here that Aldros actually wrote. And it said, rest days are important. Don't feel bad for taking some me time every now and then. Yeah, man.
Ya tú sabes.
Yeah, tú sabes. I appreciate that because it's true. Like out of nowhere, honestly, we started streaming like 5 days a week out of nowhere because we at once we started 5 days a week. Then we
Yeah, that's
stopped
true.
it. Then we just went to three. That's why our official schedule, like always,
It was like,
you will always find us
see,
Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. But then we
yeah,
added streams throughout the entire week. I don't know how it happened, but it happened.
yeah.
Um, And when? I
I
think it
think
was
it
like
was
2 weeks
just
ago, right?
I don't know. I think some points were redeemed and you were like, "Oh, we should play Remnant from the Ashes." And then we couldn't do Cuphead on that Sunday cuz I wasn't feeling well, so we moved it to Thursday. So
So
I
we
think it
we
happened,
started
but it
we
was
moved it 4, right? We moved it to 4
yeah.
because of
But
Cuphead.
I just think it was unintentional
Yes, it was.
in a way.
It
It
definitely
happened.
was. It wasn't it definitely was unintentional.
Yeah.
Like I think it was because of Cuphead. I think it's because we started playing Cuphead, but Cuphead only made 4 days, and we still
Yeah.
do 5.
Yeah.
Even with Cuphead, we still have 5. So technically, we were doing 6 streams a week because
Mhm.
we had 5 days of us, and then we have one day on Friday of
Reload.
reload. Oh my
Yeah.
god, we were murdering ourselves. And then we
Exactly.
had the tournament after reload. So it's like that
Was it
week.
that same week? I don't think it was that
It
same
was
week.
the week before. I don't know, but I know that week we had like 5 things.
Yeah.
But yeah, plus one por eso sabía sabio consejo de Aldros. Yes, yeah, for
Yes.
sure. Todo con calma y a su ritmo, mano.
Mhm.
Yeah, you guys, like you're lucky that you have like 4 people that do streams. You can hold out that's so amazing. Porque
Sí, yeah, because it for us it's like the streaming and then the social media, the artwork,
it's like,
the all of
oh
that stuff. So
gosh. Pero
llega
yes,
un
that's
punto que, mira,
como que
yo estoy bien.
mami, el negro está
¿Estás
durmiendo.
nervioso? Yo digo, estoy bien. John dice, ¿estás bien? Yo estoy bien.
Estamos
Estoy
bien,
súper.
estamos bien. Me quiero matar. Whee!
Wee.
But yeah, I mean that's part of it. That's part of it. But
Yeah.
anyway, let's jump into the next news. It also has I see it. It also
Oh,
has to do. Oh yeah, sorry. Go.
but I have a question for the, everybody that's here in our chat. We've seen, so Chun-Li came out, Ryu, right? From Street Fighter. We have Lara Croft. We have Aloy, who's coming out now. Who would you
Aloy.
like to see? Aloy, sorry. Aloy.
Aloy.
Peely, Jordan Peely.
Jordan Peely.
My question for the chat here is, who would you like to see join Fortnite as a video game or gaming legend character? Because I put on the Discord, I was like, I think it would be cool to see Nathan Drake from Uncharted.
You know what? I think he might be.
He would work.
You know, he might be
Right?
one of the characters that could come in this season.
Uh-huh.
So contenido. Gracias, mano, de verdad.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you.
We try. Aparte del descontrol, we were. I was out of control this Sunday.
Bueno.
That was not good. That was really not good. And I know I looked at it and I heard it and I was like, yo, if we can delete that, please, because I was like a stupid ass. I was genuinely angry. I was genuinely angry at that monster that I was hysterical. And when I looked at it, I was like, wow, that was me. So that's when Monday came and Little Nightmares came, I was like, you know what? I'm different. Because I think it's Little Nightmares.
I'm different.
I'm different. It's not Cuphead. But yeah,
the Cuphead Dragon changed my life.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo creo que la emoción de los juegos también tiene que ver. Eso está brutal.
Chacho,
yes.
Chacho, sí.
Yes.
Sí.
Yo, es que it's too much. Samus Aran de Metroid. Samus Aran de Metroid. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I had a character that was from Diantre, que sí, también. I had a character that was from some. Oh, I think I was thinking about Mortal Kombat, since the movie's coming out, and I feel like they have a nice deal going on with Warner Brothers in some way, shape, or form.
But they already have characters. They already had, I think, Sub-Zero and Scorpion in the game. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know.
Yeah, they had a couple. Isn't that normal?
Angelo.
No, not to that extent. Not to that extent. That was like too much for for me. I was like,
John hizo así, mira, John hizo, ¡wii!
Yeah,
y yo estaba como que...
Ash was trying to. Here's the thing. Ash was
trying to. Para el caballito ahí.
Ash was trying to edit that for the next upcoming Sunday. Like we always have the recap, and I told her, no, don't edit. I don't want that. No, please. Don't
Yeah.
edit that. Leave
Lo
it
que pasa es
like
que
that. Like, sácalo de ahí, no. It
Lo
was
que
too
pasa es
much, man.
que también I've been with John for almost 9 years, so I know when he's him and when he's not. This was not him.
Yeah, it
So I was
was
so I sat him down and
extreme, I think.
I was like, we gotta talk about this. Hay que hablar, Pavo. Wow, Pavo.
Remember
Hay que
what we
hablar.
talked about?
Sí, yo sé.
Yes, we do. That's what I was saying. That was not really, no. That wasn't even
No,
close to what we talked
no.
about. No.
Sí, no,
That
no,
was like
no.
no. That was not,
Yeah.
no. That was
No, no,
no.
no.
That was
No.
definitely
That was
no.
no. That was a no. Se acabó. Se acabó.
Ese era un demonio que salió de allá, like, I don't know.
Esa era la geisha.
Someone
Esa era la geisha.
La geisha from Little Nightmares. No, that was crazy. Anyway, let's jump into the next news right there, because if not, we're gonna stay up in this one. But I want to jump. I know the second one was a different one, but I want to jump straight into still PlayStation, just to keep the ball rolling on PlayStation. But the second one is the PS5 update includes extended storage for consoles, and of course, this is for this is interest for those who have a PS5. Now, the article states, and I will obviously show you guys as soon as I read the article, just that way you have your time to watch this precious system. The PS5 April update brings new storage options and social features. First, major PS5. Why do they keep doing this? They keep putting the same title like 5 times in the same article. Jesus Christ. Anyway,
Sorry.
this is insane.
They keep doing this. Bad. Perdona sabe, Papo. Perdona sabe, Papo.
You wrote this article?
No, tú eres loco.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't your fault. Why are you saying that? Why are you saying that?
Because I'm the one who looks for the links, silly Willy.
No, but that was fine. No, you're fine. It's not your fault. It's theirs for being so dumb and repeating.
You wrote this article? Y yo como que, no.
No, but I'm gonna share it with you guys. So here we go. This was from Hideaki Nashino, the Senior Vice President at Platform Planning and Management. The first major system software update for the PS5 console is rolling out globally tomorrow, which is actually today. And it's packed with a new feature and improvements. Our team is passionate about enhancing your experience on PlayStation in every possible way. So here is a glimpse at what's coming for PS4 and PS5 and PlayStation app. PS5 storage expansion and management. So storage and PS5 games on compatibility are compatible on compatible external US drives. So this is something that I'm already wanted to know, because I actually bought my Seagate hard drive. Actually, it's right here. My Seagate hard drive was like a 2 terabyte for the PlayStation, so that I could.
And it was a lifesaver, because I think the problem with the PS5, the digital one, was that Call of Duty has so many freaking updates, and I heard that they were going to get like a new map and a new game and all that stuff, that it would take up all of the space of the PS5, and we could only have like Call of Duty and maybe 1 or 2 more games that didn't have a lot of, that wouldn't take a lot of space. So when we bought that extra, hardware, that was a lifesaver. We have like all the games now.
Yeah, no, Call of Duty, because if you have Call of Duty Warzone and you have Call of Duty Black Ops, the new one, Cold War, between the both of them is about 600 gigabytes. That's more than half of the memory that the PlayStation has. And it's insane. So the reason why this is important is because, first, before this new update, the hard drives that you would have for the PlayStation 5 could only sustain PS4 games. So the PS4 games could be going into the hard drive, external one, and the PlayStation 5 one stayed in the console. But as the article says right here, with this feature, you can now transfer your PS5 games to the USB extended storage from your console's internal storage. So now you can actually move the PS5 games into the storage. Before you couldn't. It's a great way to extend the storage capabilities of your PS5 console, and you can seamlessly copy your PS5 games back to the console's internal storage when you're ready to play. It is faster to reinstall PS5 games from the USB extended storage than to re-download or copy them from a disk. So pretty much right here, you see the feature that it's giving you. So because it's said like that, I will sum up this right here. You cannot play the PS5 games if they're stored on your on your external hard drive. That is the only bummer, because if you do move your PS5 game to the external hard drive, it's going to be a hassle to just, let's say I want to play Resident Evil 8, right? Resident Evil 8 is a PS5 game if you download it as a PS5 game. So that game, when you go and put it into the external hard drive, in order for you to play it, you have to move it again to the PlayStation and then play it. Now, they say it is faster to move it from storages than to re-download it. So we first have to test how fast the move is. That is the only test that we're going to make. But it will be more convenient if you could play the game from your storage. Now, with that being said, what I do recommend for those who do have a PS5 or will be a future PS5 owner, just download your PS5 to the PS5 itself, and whatever game you do have from your PlayStation 4, put them in the storage of the external hard drive. So just do that. And I'm pretty sure you're not going to fill your PlayStation storage with all the PS5 games that are going to come out, because there's still more to come. And you'll be probably focusing on one game at a time. So don't worry about that. Hopefully in the future, they can actually just extend this. But anything you have to add to this? And before I continue?
I mean, I just hope it makes it better, because I think that for the huge anticipation that everybody had for the PS5, I'm not disappointed with the PS5 that we have, and it's not something that I regret, but it makes you think like it should have had already this included, in my opinion, because I feel that the technology is like out there, and there is a possibility to launch a new PS5, whether it's the regular console or the digital, with already an extra storage included for people, because that was a bummer when we started playing all these games and I got into gaming, and then there was like this thing where like, oh no, we have to share the PS5, what the hell? But then I had my games and John has his games, but then we literally had to delete a game and then download the one that we wanted to play for Twitch, for example, if we were doing a live stream. And that was a pain. It becomes a pain. So we had to go and buy an extra hardware for extra storage, and that works good, but not everybody is going to know that or understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But the new update, also added to the new update that they have, is new social features for PS4 and PS5 consoles. Cross-generation share play. So before, you couldn't do this as well. I know for a fact, because literally I was trying, like about 3 days ago, I was trying to share play with my uncle and my cousins, but my cousins have a PS4 and me and my uncle have a PS5. So they couldn't see my gameplay. They couldn't see our gameplay while we were, playing MLB or playing UFC. But now they can. So PS4 and PS5 players can now share play together while chatting in parties. This means PS5 console users can let their friends on PS4 consoles view their game screen, or even try out the PS5 games through SharePlay, and vice versa. Options include the ability to share your screen with a friend, pass your controller virtually to a friend, or pass a second controller virtually to a play co-op games together. So I really like that. Now, what this means is, and just to reiterate, this means that whatever game I am playing in my PS5, my friend or my family member doesn't really necessarily need to have the game in order for them to view my game or to even co-play with me. So I
Nice.
just need to have the system. This person just needs to have the system, and this person just needs to have good internet connection to play the game that this person's playing right now. So that is actually pretty cool, and you can see it right here on these by Henry Blaine. He's sharing the visitor screen, visitor
Mm-hmm.
plays. So that the second one means that they are going to play the game instead of you, and here it means that they're going to share. You guys are going to
Okay.
play the game together. So that is pretty cool. I
Yeah.
request, yeah. Request to join game sessions. A selection of your friends' joinable game sessions will now appear on both PS5 and PS4 consoles, allowing for more gameplay opportunities together. The request to join option also serves as a shortcut to send a game invite, reducing the time it takes for you to get into games with friends. Through our privacy setting menu, you can modify who can interact with you through parties, games, and messages. So that is also pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. I
Anything you want to
agree.
add to that? You good?
No, I think that's. But do you? So my question is, was this update already scheduled, or did this happen because of so many people not being able to get the PS5?
I'm so sorry. Could say that again? Say that again.
Did this Was this scheduled, like this up was it already planned, or is this something that comes out due to the fact that a lot of people can't get a PS5 right now?
What I think is that is actually one of them. And two, because the PS4 is still a great system, it's still close to this generation's functions. Aside
Mm-hmm.
from the speed, the graphics with 4K, it's more native. It's faster. The 60 frames per second. It's a little bit more advanced, but the technology of the PS4 is still up to date. Like it's a great system, and
Yeah.
that's why these features are even possible that they can share this amount of technology because they're not far off from each other in terms of hardware and software.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is one, yes, for sure. Two, they might have already planned this because they were aware of what their system could do and how relevant still the PS4 is nowadays. Because they didn't lose any sales. They lost. They could have had more sales if they had more units. That's what I meant. But
Yeah, for
all the
sure.
units that
Yeah.
they had, they sold them all. It's just that the
Yeah.
only reason why their sales are not as high as they could be is because they don't have enough units. Because there was actually not a fault, a lack of a particular processing chip that is even made for computers that they couldn't produce because
Mm-hmm.
there was a lack of. So they can't process, they can't make PlayStations like that or ship out because they don't have that chip.
Yeah.
So that was the news that actually came out a few months ago. They
Oh,
explained
okay.
why they were lacking a lot of units.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and here D'Angelo says, I had an old storage for PS4, so I had no problem. Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah. So all your stored PS4 games, you could just easily pass them onto the PS5 without
Yeah.
having
Mm-hmm.
to do anything weird. It
Yeah.
just takes a loading time of one time having the application in the system, and that's it. Our PS4 did an update today. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that was,
Ours too.
yeah.
Ours too, because
So,
I was downloading the game that you asked me to on
mhm.
PS4, and I did the update first, and after that, I downloaded the game. So I think it's the same update, if I'm not
Yeah, I think it's the
mistaken.
same update just so that you guys can have compatibility with people that are playing PS5 or you
Mm-hmm.
yourself. Because me and Ashley, we have a PS4, we have PS5. So when she's playing over here, we can do the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
cross play like that if we don't have the same game.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's actually pretty interesting. So the next update was enhanced controller and personalization options for PS5 console. That one was funny because I needed the USB to plug it in because the
Mm-hmm.
update comes first for the system, and then the system when it wakes up again, it tells you, hey, plug in through USB your controller so that we can wire the update that it needed for the PlayStation. So it was like it was so
Oh
cool.
wow,
It was
that's
so fucking
crazy.
cool. Yes.
Wow.
But the PlayStation 5 controller, guys, for those who don't have it, it is an amazing controller. Like the
Yeah.
Rumble, sorry. Let me read
It's
this.
a
It's an
very
amazing controller.
I like the feel of it. It's very smooth. Like it would feel so smooth that you feel that it's gonna come out of your hands, but it actually makes the
Yeah.
gameplay a little bit more comfortable. Because
Yes.
Fortnite, like I love playing Fortnite on PS5. I love playing Overwatch, and we have another controller in Astro, but I just feel that the PS5 controller is like really smooth. It has a microphone incorporated into it, so you can actually speak
Yes.
through the
You don't even need a headset.
controller. Yeah, you don't even need the headset, and I like how it feels. It feels very
And
comfortable in the hands as well.
the rumble feature, I forgot what it was called, but it wasn't called like rumbling. It was a different feature that actually makes
Mm-hmm.
you feel like the function and whatever's happening in the game, it's happening to you based off what the censoring is, the controller is
Mm-hmm.
doing. But to read
Yeah.
it here, improved game base. The game base menu has been improved for quicker access to important content and features. You can now easily switch between parties and friends to start chatting with your existing parties or see what each of you are online friends is up to. In addition,
Ooh.
you can turn notifications on or off for each of the parties you're in. So that's actually pretty cool. It stops
Ooh.
from letting you get bothered all the time by these notifications. But that's
Yeah.
actually, a pretty cool feature.
I
Another
like that
one
one.
here. Yeah, another one here is disable game chat or adjust players' volume. Ah, finally, Jesus. That's pretty much,
Wait, which one is that? Oh, okay. Yeah. I've had problems with
yeah,
that, so.
yes. So you can now quickly disable in-game chat, which turns off your mic audio and the voice audio of other players. Additionally,
Oh
you
my
can
god.
easily,
Does that apply to what happened yesterday?
yes, yeah,
Okay, can I tell? Okay, guys,
I
I
think
was
so.
playing
Yeah.
Overwatch yesterday. I was playing Overwatch yesterday for a little bit, having some fun. Everything's cool. Nobody has mics on. And this guy comes out of nowhere. He turns on his mic and he was abusing the healer because apparently he wasn't doing his job. But instead of saying, "Hey man, you're not doing your job. Can you heal us and whatever?" He
Yeah,
was
but
like,
that
and
was
and
not.
John went and yeah, and John just got home, and this guy was just like, "Yo, you dumb bitch, you motherfucker. That's what you do. You do your fucking job." And I was like,
That's not how this works. That's not how this works,
"Yeah."
you dumb motherfucker. And it's
And
like,
I was
what
like, I
the
mean,
hell?
I reported the guy. I don't care. Or the
What the?
person.
Yo, it
I don't
was
care.
like, what is wrong with this guy? Like, get him a beer or something,
He
please.
took like 5 minutes to piss off somebody, and
Nah,
just
nah.
because they weren't doing their job, and I
It
was just
was
like,
insane.
that's stupid. Like, why? No, I reported the guy.
It was
I don't care.
ridiculous. Anyway,
It was ridiculous.
we got this one as well. Game update pre-download. Once it's enabled by developers, title updates for games will pre-download to your console if the automatic update setting is enabled and your console is on or in rest mode. This will let you start playing the latest version of a game immediately after the update's release. Now, okay, so here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that the PS4 had, and it should have started already. I mean, this feature is not so big of a deal. It's good because the PlayStation 4 already had it, but automatic
Mm-hmm.
downloads should have happened already on updating your
Yeah.
console, on your system, on your games. Those things should have started happening already. So I'm not too impressed with this one. Good that it's there. I mean, I'm not impressed to the point where I'm like, okay, you move just pass that on, cool, that's fine. And I'm surprised it didn't have, being that it's PS5. But yeah, oh, this is actually neat. Customized game library with the ability to search your library or hide games from view. It's now easier to find content and personalize your view of your game library. Yeah, because for looking for your games through your library, it's like you just have to scroll down. Maybe it has a search bar or it updated a
Mm-hmm.
little bit more. So we'll see what it is. I haven't seen it, but we'll check it out. Screen zoom. Right here, you can now adjust the magnification of the screen to suit your preference from the setting menu. All right, cool. Not too much of a big of a deal, but it's actually cool. New trophy setting and stat screens. The level of trophies that results in automatic capture or screenshot or video clip can now be customized. You can now
Oh my
choose to only
God,
capture.
thank the
Oh my,
Lord.
yes, because every freaking trophy,
Every time we
capture
win
screen,
a trophy, it's like
capture
cling,
it.
cling, cling. I'm just like, I don't need this, bro. Why can't I?
Right.
And even so, with this, I know it can be customized, but I think we should choose which moment we want to capture on screen. If it's like a trophy, if it's like a victory of a battle royale or something like that. Because
Man.
mano, para todo, it's like, ay, te tiraste un peo,
Like,
cling, ahí tienes un trophy, and I'm just like, okay, cool, whatever, bro.
yes. If you have the app, oh, by the way, D'Angelo already told us it is haptic feedback. That is the function that the
Nice.
controller has. It is amazing. It is amazing.
Thank you, Angelo.
Anyway,
Thank you.
we're also introducing a myriad of new features for the PlayStation app to make it easier than ever to connect with your console experience remotely. Recently, we introduced the ability to save product in a wish list, get notifications when your friends are online, and change your console online status. In the coming weeks, we'll be rolling out even more, including the ability to join a multiplayer session on PS5 from the app, manage your PS5 console storage, compare trophy collections with friends, and sort of filter products showing in the PlayStation Store. You can download PlayStation app for free. This is actually pretty good. It's good that you can actually manipulate your system through your app, and you have to attach it. At the beginning, it actually did it, but it wasn't to the extent. Even when I'm sending, and I think this was before, maybe this is more polished now, but even when they send you notifications to actually add you to a party, you can receive it on the phone, and you can even stay on the party. Like, you can join the party through your phone, and now be on the PlayStation. You could be literally at work, and two of your friends could be playing the game, but they invited you to the party so that you can be connected with them while they're playing. And say, yo, what's up? Yo, we're playing UFC now, man. With WWE. I'll beat the shit out of this guy. And like, oh, yeah, cool, man. I'm working. Yeah. What do you want?
Cool story, bro.
Cool story, bro.
Cool story,
yeah.
Bro. Yeah.
So it's like that. So that's actually pretty cool. But yeah, these features that are added, they're not too minor, but not too big either. They're just very average, to continue upgrading the system. What I really liked a lot more was the share play screen with the PS4 and the added feature that the PlayStation 4 players can actually play PS5 games through the share play. That is the winner for me in this new update, honestly. What you thought about that?
I like this update. I just hope that they keep making the PS5 better, and I hope that when they have the opportunity to launch like a new batch of units, that it's beyond, above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? Because I love the PS5. I think it's a good console, but I hate multiplayer. Mira, I only play multiplayer games with John or contigo
or him
or with my or con mis cuñadas, with my sister-in-law, pero es que sometimes we can't agree on the same time y me da itch de jugar y I just go and play, but I play with my microphone off. But I'm glad they're doing this update where I can turn somebody else completely off and not have to listen to stupid rants like that. Like, it's
the PS5 updates is like a marriage. Months pass and you keep finding out and unlocking things. Well, let me tell you this. Not here, but cool. But yeah, you're right. You're right. And Dinah here says, can we customize the TV and the video apps? The question that you're trying to ask, Dinah, is can you customize
TV and video apps like Hulu, Disney Plus, YouTube? I don't think that's gonna be their priority.
If you're talking, is that what you're saying? With the update, with the update, are you trying to say that can you update the applications of like Hulu, like Netflix, like within the application? Or is it an adjustment outside of the screen? Like, can you move them throughout the screen? Is that what you're saying? And then while she answers that, that's a lie, John. I'm sure Ash didn't know. You scream like that when playing.
Sí, papo. Wow, papo, sí.
She did.
I've known this for 9 years, guys.
Yes, she actually did since the beginning. Yes, she knew I wasn't all that macho. And maybe with some lagartijos. Okay, come on, please. Oh, wait a minute.
What? Ah, en Invincible. Hay una iguana de palo en Invincible.
Yo, there was an iguana in Invincible.
I started laughing.
And she looked and said, "Ah, mira, yo, tu amigo." You're gonna say that's what you said. And I looked at her and I said, I was just looking, yeah, whatever. Like, yo me estaba alejando. Yo estaba como que, it literally was una iguana de palo. Yo was like, yeah, for sure.
Así terminó. Like, mira tu pana.
Oh my God. No, you know that you get a lot of apps that are unnecessary and can't delete them. That's what I meant. Oh, yes. Yeah. So here's the thing on PS5. I don't know if you're trying to for PS5, I can tell you. Those are in an option that says media. So when you're in the game area, you can actually just have those applications of the games. Like your media, your Netflix, your Hulu, any other application is not in that interface. When you hit media on the above, like in the R1, you hit media, you change the media. That's where your media applications will come up if you have any downloaded. So when you have it in the game function, which is the first one, which is the first interface that opens in your window, you won't have any of that at all. You will only have the game functions. The game applications, yes. That's what you have, yes. And you can delete them, yeah. My husband refuses to buy a PS5. Yeah, so yeah, that's awesome. So yeah, when he does, it'll be easier. It'll be super easier, the interface. I would say
wait until they give them the big update y they get better units, so.
Angelo, como se te ocurra eso.
Angelo,
if you do that, Angelo.
No vas a janguear contigo.
Yo te rompo la camisa ahí, aunque sea en público. Don't do that. Te dejo sin camisa. Te dejo con tetillas por ahí para abajo. Don't do that.
Mira,
all right?
John va a llegar con una tijera ready, por si acaso. Como que, deja ver tu camisa.
Oh my God.
Ay, Dios mío.
Llegué. Bendición.
Bendición.
¿Qué hay?
Hasta aquí, Shocktober.
Yes. Recuerden, at the end of the night, there's going to be the giveaway. You guys better be there. You guys better be there. The giveaway of MLB The Show is going to be tonight, okay?
There's 4 people.
Tonight.
That redeemed their points.
Boo, bim, boo, tonight. Only 4 people. So it's going to be easy. It's going to be quick. It's going to be a little bit fun. So be there.
Uy.
All right. Anyway, I haven't opened the stream on the other side in case somebody has followed or done something. Oh, my goodness. I am so sorry, guys. We're about to jump into the last news of gaming. I just
todavía queda uno. Diantre.
Yeah, mano, es que PlayStation, we actually talked a lot about it. Oh my God, ¿verdad? Like, I didn't even notice that we were.
Dice +1 para esa camisa y mami dice lleva 2 camisas. Wow, mami.
+1 para esa camisa. Wait, whoa.
La camisa de Angelo.
Okay.
Y mami dice que lleve 2 cuando venga.
No.
Mira. Es más, yo me apunto para la misma cosa. Voy a llevar 4 just in case.
No, señor. Negativo.
Mira.
Negativo.
No, porque mami se la pone.
No, mano.
Eso,
oh my God.
Ay,
no.
Imagínate si nos las tenemos que poner por la noche para cuando John se levante y se vira haga ¡ay!
Anyway, they jumps into the news. That's the news. Okay. But yeah, I even moved something that I wasn't supposed to move here. So nervous. You know that we haven't put this right here? Yo también. You know we never put this, right?
Hola, Metaverse, ¿qué es la que hay?
Oh, hey, Metaverse. We never put this up. I forgot.
No me di cuenta.
Anyways, let's jump into the next news. Hey, Metaverse, ¿qué es la que hay, mano? Here we go. Oculus announces first VR gaming showcase. Oculus Rift Mi gente, for those who don't know what Oculus Rift is exactly that, what you're seeing right there. A VR system that is off the chain. It is amazing. I've known its existence since I started working at GameStop, and for the first time ever, I actually tried it. I think it was, when did we move here? It was about 5 years ago.
5 or 6 years ago, I think.
Yeah, I think it was 5 years ago that I actually tried it because the GameStop that I worked at was in New York City and 86th and Broadway and Broadway and
En
Broad
Broadway.
and Broadway. Sorry, I need to drink some water. Sorry.
Ahí venden sopa, ¿verdad?
Yes, in Broadway. Yeah, so it's 86th and Broadway. And it was amazing. It was amazing. It was the first VR experience that I ever had, and I never felt so frightened before ever in my life because it was so real. But before we continue with the experiences, let me just read the article real quick. This article is coming from Tshratter.com. It's a new website that I actually saw, but it's legit. It's legit. The article is by Harry Domansky. This was 2 days ago. Oculus announced its first VR gaming showcase. The Facebook-owned virtual reality powerhouse Oculus has announced its first ever event dedicated towards the showcasing of the VR games and its platform. The aptly titled Oculus Gaming Showcase. I don't know what the hell that word was supposed to be spelled at. It's just like aptly. Twilight. I don't know. Something about tabalabalite and something about habalabalite, like that. But I'm gonna share it because this is like so weird. How it was spelled, so you guys don't see that I'm being
I found
a weirdo.
Articles today,
like
guys,
this,
sorry.
the aptly title.
Aptly.
Aptly,
Espérate.
right here. Apatalabale.
The aptly. Sí, that's a word.
Aptly.
Aptly es como
Okay.
que bien, ¿cómo te digo?
El jíbaro aquí.
No, es un nombre que
So-
es un nombre que le aplica bien al evento. Por decirlo en español.
Okay, there we go. But
Aptly.
yes, okay, there we go. So, according to the company's announcement post, the event will be taking place on April 21st at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern, and 11 p.m. This is bystander, right? Is this bystander?
¿Dónde?
Anyway, this
sé.
time,
BST?
and then BST, and then April 22nd at 8 a.m. Atlantic time. I think that's it. And it will be streaming on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Interestingly, the announcement mentions that it will only be streamed in the US and Japan. That's kind of weird. Although we don't suspect other regions will be locked out of the watching the event. Washington. Dios mío. I'm like, yo. Se lo dije, mi gente. I'm like,
No.
I am like,
Siempre te lo he dicho que tienes que leer con calmita, con paciencia.
Eso es
y con
hoy.
amor. Con amor. Eso es siempre.
I've been doing
Sorry.
it. Eso es-
Perdona, Sai. Eso es siempre. Desde que empezamos Reload, siempre le digo, lee con calma. Lee con calma, con amor, con paciencia.
Everybody tirar el medito ahí. Oh my gosh. Okay, thank you. But here are options that you can actually check from the VR. It's like the best VR headsets available in 2021, the Oculus Quest 2 review, and Oculus is confident that VR is just getting started. Now, while the VR company has been running its Oculus Connect event annually since 2014, the Oculus Gaming Showcase will be the first to exclusively focus on gaming titles on the platform, rather than including other apps, softwares, firmware, and hardware updates. So this is pretty cool. Right now, I don't think they have any games, announced. There's more like developers, Cloudhead Games, Ready at Dawn, and are getting specific mentions for their presence. Their respective titles: Pistol Whip, Lone Echo 2, and Star Wars Tales of the Galaxy. Tales of the Galaxy. There you go. There you go. So yes, so this showcase is pretty much focused on, like it says the article, the games. They haven't had one before. So I am pretty interested in this because again, I don't have the VR system. This VR system has come, in prices along the years between 400 to 800, up to some 1,000. But it is from the very first time that I tried it on, it was freaking me out. It was amazing, and it was freaking me out because the first VR game that I played was a demo of me being in the middle of a freaking boat submerged in the sea,
Uy,
and there were
that's
sharks
fear.
all around me.
Yep.
And literally, my coworkers had to ask me questions like, John, are you all right? I was like, are you okay? Because I was literally sweating. It's like that scene when you actually take a look at Superman because you have the kryptonite next to him, and if he starts sweating, it's because he's now vulnerable. It's like, that was me. I was
Wow.
sweating balls.
No.
I was like, oh my God.
I've never played a VR game. I don't think I would enjoy it. I think it depends on the game, but I don't think I would enjoy a scary game. I wouldn't be like to put in that situation if
Yeah.
I'm honest.
Yeah, no. I want to read some comments here real quick. Esta invitación de Ash is on point.
Like,
All right.
Así.
Yes, that's,
¿Viste?
yeah, cool.
la
I'm
luz.
waiting on info for the update of on the Quest to see if I will buy it. Yeah, probably. And this is, oh, by the way, this is a VR game. Yeah. So we'll see. We gotta check it out. But well, let me see right here. Man, I gotta really stop these notifications for them to be coming like every 30 or some,
Yeah,
because
we have
they come in
to-
along like a lot. They come a lot
Yes.
like that.
Mira.
VR with a chico, pero bro, él va a seguir. Mira, bye.
But ese we gotta do it on
Hide that
Twitch.
one.
Ese we gotta do it on Twitch.
Oh my
Guys, if
God.
you don't know, John has a phobia of lizards, lagartijos, gallinas de palo, any type of lizard. He hates it. So ya todo el mundo sabe el vacilón que tienen aquí. Porque
Yo,
saben
the
que
same
yo-
video that Nico D'Angelo showed me a video of a fucking dragon
Ay, el del lagartijo ese bien grande.
going up a
Ay,
freaking
eso
aisle like a lizard, but I call it like a fucking dragon or
Bendito.
Godzilla.
He wanted
Going up
some
an aisle,
icy,
y yo empecé a
chico.
gritar y yo me fui like, no. Like, no, and
Sí, pero he
then,
wanted
my
some
dad's
icy.
wife, Christy, she's messaged
Uh-huh.
me that video. Y yo dije, pero why? Why? What is the need to do that shit? Why?
Mira,
¿Por qué?
mira. Él es Team Con sí, Mangao eras Team Con.
That's true. I was.
That's true.
I was.
We're both Team Kong.
But I enjoyed the
So-
movie. Doesn't matter.
Imagínate, you are el tamaño de una hormiga y es un ataque de... Diálogo, Angelo, pero tú estás violento.
No.
I
I've had
missed that.
nightmares of lizards. I've had nightmares of humans turning into lizards and me running away from the world.
Yep.
And this is how the devil can capture me and put me on hell, and it will be my hell for eternity. Make the one that's torturing me a lizard. He doesn't even have to do anything to me. Just stare at me like a lizard, like a giant lizard, and that's it.
Wow.
And thinking about it right now, ya yo me asusté. Fuck me. Espérate.
He's gotta look at the one like Mortal Kombat, the lizard guy, ¿verdad?
No, not like him. No, it has to be legit a giant lizard, like it is like the real one. So if it's a lizard that speaks and it's like doing like this no, it doesn't work. Like the lizard from Spider-Man doesn't scare me. It has to be like a non-moving, non-speaking lizard because you don't know what they're doing. They're unpredictable. If they're like this.
Mira, Verse pregunta que si nosotros vimos la serie V, preferiblemente la de los 80. No, pero sale el lagartijo.
No. Please, I'm not going to watch it just because of that. You just said that because you want me to see something that I don't want to see. I'm not going to watch it.
Ay, Ash, yo creo
Negativo.
que la
Wait.
experiencia de John que ha tenido sobrenaturales han sido lagartijos, lo sabes.
Broski.
Mira, Alien lagartijo, yo sí, y la Remaster también, Dinah también. Yes, tienen que verla. Ok, V se llama. V. I'll watch it.
Investígala. First, if it has lizards, let me know.
I'll investigate. Porque
Yes.
a mí me gusta, I like to look for the background of everything. So, antes de verlo.
Yeah, like, not for me, no. You know,
Not for me. Not for
not
me.
for
Not for
me.
me.
Okay.
Yep.
Ash is going to take it away because we're done with the gaming universe, my ladies and gents. We're absolutely done. Ok, ¿qué pasa aquí? Déjate de pendejas. No, no son pendejas, hermano. No, you know this.
Mira, mira.
No,
Me
no.
imagina el diablo tratando de calmar a John. Whoa, take it easy. It's more afraid of you than you.
Yo, ¿tú te imaginas? It's like, no, that's. Y yo, it's not real. You just want to torture me. It's not real.
Ay,
No te
ay, Dios
diablo.
mío.
No tuya.
Oye, ¿verdad que John no ha ido? I've been there, pero...
Oh, no. Well, déjalo por allá. El lizard. Si hay un lizard, déjalo por
Mira,
allá.
mira, investigala para no verla. No, si no, yo la veo.
No.
John dice, no, ¿cómo estuvo la serie? Cuéntame. Y después vamos en vivo y we're gonna talk about it. Ay,
No,
mira, mira,
mano.
aquí hay muchos, ven para acá.
Yo lo sé. I remember Jan cuando she was showing the dead lizard to Noemi. Ahí, like, he crazy. Y
Ay,
Noemi le metió
Dios
como 50
mío.
chancletazos. I'm like, no, I'm not. Yeah, no. Yeah. I'll make sure that Jan,
Pero
when I go
mira,
visit, I make sure that Jan is not there. Because I know Noemi will back me up. And she will slap
pero
anybody that
mira.
tries that. So,
Yeah, so we're done with the gaming universe. Let's move into the movie/TV universe. There's a couple of interesting news that I have, and I'm going to take over e-talk in this section to see
can
what you
I
guys...
do the coffee?
Yes, go.
Okay, Ash is gonna make the. I mean, I'm gonna make the coffee while Ash just gives out the first news, and I'm gonna have my opinion. But I'll be right back, ladies and gents, because even though it might be the same attitude, I just need to. My eyes need to like boom.
We need to
wake up at least.
wake up
like right there.
on a Saturday
All right,
night.
so she's gonna take over now.
Okay, guys, so let's start with the movie.
And you have to focus on yourself. Yes.
Ahí estamos. Let's start with the movie/TV universe. The first news that we have for this week that is really cool is the fact that Lucy Liu is joining Shazam! Fury of the Gods. So this is the actress. If you guys don't know her, I know her from Charlie's Angel, and I think it was Shanghai Nights. I'm not sure, but John will clarify that when he comes back. So basically, she is cast in the sequel of Shazam, titled Fury of the Gods, as the villain Calypso, the sister of Helen Mirren, who is another villain named Hespera. This film, I think it's aiming to premiere on 2023, if I'm not mistaken. If you guys don't know this actress, like I mentioned before, she was in Charlie's Angels and Charlie's Angels Full Throttle, which is the sequel. She also starred in Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill, Chicago, and she was the voice of Viper in DreamWorks Animation's Kung Fu Panda. So I'm really excited to see her. I think that's something interesting that's been happening with this whole Shazam film is the fact that they have a great cast. They have a great cast that's coming on, apart from Zachary Quinto and all of the people that appeared in the first film. I think Rachel Segler, who is playing Maria in Steven Spielberg's upcoming remake of West Side Story, is joining the film. Also, we have Helen Mirren, who was recently announced as the villain, and now we have Lucy Liu as her sister. So I'm excited to see this casting unfold on screen and see what they're going to do with the sequel, because if you guys had the opportunity to see the DC fandom, they actually didn't have any type of footage to show. They just had like maybe a drawing, and they also did like an announcement of Sinbad, who is a well-known comedian. His favorite film of his is my favorite film of his is Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is a not very typical Christmas film, but it's really funny and I really enjoy it. So there's a lot of expectations and anticipation for this film, because it was one of the few films that we didn't get a glimpse of anything during the DC fandom. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how it plays off. I loved the first film, Shazam, and it was a really fun film. I didn't know what to expect because I don't know a lot about this superhero, but when I had the opportunity to see it, which we saw it with John's family while they were visiting here, we actually enjoyed it a lot. So I can't wait to see the sequel and to see Lucy Liu in a bigger role, because I know that she's done some TV here and there in the last couple of years, and it's really exciting to see somebody that I grew up with in the 2000s, in that era, to come back into a DC film. So the question for you guys is, are you guys excited to see the sequel of Shazam? What did you think of the first one? So let's see. Let me see the comments over here. Angelo says, ¿cuándo es que los fans de ustedes pueden enviarles regalitos? Not yet, pero I know what you're thinking, so. Invincible, sí, we're going to talk about Invincible is actually our spotlight of the week for this week, so we're going to talk about that pretty soon. We've seen all 5 episodes, and it's a pretty spectacular show, so we're going to get in depth into that. Invincible está súper buena. Ella también salió en Elementary in the series.
Elementary de Watson. Yeah.
What?
Elementary, como que Sherlock Holmes. No, Elementary is
Elementary is
it's a TV show about Sherlock Holmes.
It is? But I haven't seen it.
¿Verdad, Dinah, right? Am I right, Dinah?
Lol Mimi says, me apunto para verla. Es que yo llamo a Blanchett Cast. Esto es lo que yo llamo a Blanchett Casting. Sí, I know what you mean. I know
casting.
What you mean. Send a pic of V on Discord. Sorry, had to do it. Okay. I'll go first.
Yeah. I'm like, no.
Yes, you. Okay, so
yes.
Dana dice que sí, que tienes razón. Se ve muy silly for me. No me atrapó con los trailers. Oh, Shazam, the first one? I think it's one of the better movies on DC side that has come out. Sherlock Holmes in USA. Okay, no sabía. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Pero John, I was talking about the fact that Lucy Liu, we saw her in Shanghai Nights, right? That was the film that I saw with you. ¿Viste?
Noon. Shanghai Noon. And Nights is... Yeah, Shanghai Noon. Nights is where they are actually in England. Yeah. And Noon is where the... yeah. Man.
But she's going to be the sequel to Shazam, and she's going to be Helen Mirren's sister. So she's going to be a villain as well.
Yeah, she was actually, growing up, she was one of my crushes. And like the Asian crushes that I had on the screen, I was like, oh my God. When I saw her in Charlie's Angels, I was like...
Charlie's Angels, sí, brother. Que I was saying que it's...
¿Qué pasa con mi cara? It's true, para que tú veas, yo tengo un ojo tuerto.
Ahora voy a tener que entrar al Discord, ver la foto y posiblemente ver si darle delete o algo, porque si no, John no va a entrar. O empiecen a mandar mensajes.
No, I think he meant when Metaverse actually wrote down, yo, mandé la foto, sorry. Y yo como que, no. I'm sorry, you were saying about Lucy. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's exciting to see her have a big role, because she's only done TV for the past couple of years. I grew up with her, so I think it's going to be fun to see her in a DC film.
Yeah.
Like Shazam, so I guess
she did Kill Bill as well. Yeah, she did a couple things.
I mentioned Charlie's Angels Full Throttle, which was a sequel, Kill Bill, and
look at this. More. Like, remember this also. Of course, I'm striving to achieve that status, because I'm trying to audition and stuff like that. But those who have already had a lot of success, or those who have gone through like the social situations that Hollywood is still going through, a little bit less, maybe in the shadows, but people went through like those racist remarks and being pushed because you're a foreigner. Some people went through those things and prefer to stay out of the limelight. And now that they feel a little bit better, and they feel at peace, that they have like a family and, had a lot of growth as a human being and soulfully, I think those people are actually coming back and to like a little bit higher spotlight, or from being taken a break. There's a lot of reasons why actors just choose to do something smaller. And sometimes they even pick small things to them that all of a sudden they blow up into something big. And that's what you always see. Like, you never expect something that is not from a comic book to not blow up. Like, it's a movie, but when it's something like that does, like, it's like, whoa, it's like, wow, it's unexpected. So, you never expect for something like that to even blow up. And if you do, then you should not have that thought in your mind, because you will be disappointed if it doesn't. It's better to not be so negative, but stay on the negative side in terms of, let me just expect the worst to not be
Hmm.
disappointed. But
Yep.
let me work my hardest still.
That's me.
But
I mean, anybody who knows me knows that I'm always, no matter what I do, I'm always expecting the worst. And it's not because I want to be negative. It's just that sometimes when I expect too much out of a situation, whether it be me going out or like an audition and all that stuff, um, is when I have when my expectations are low, that's when I get better results. And
hmm
so that's just how I function. And I also, you were mentioning her, Stephen Young, who is the voice of Mark in Invincible, which we're going to talk about soon. He actually had a big stint on Walking Dead, and after that he played Glenn. After that he got married, he had his kids, and now he's slowly coming back, but I think he's being respected more now as an actor for Minari, and he's doing the voice of Mark in that show. So
and
yeah, it's
oh, and Invincible, yeah.
Invincible.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
And he
Yeah.
took a break. He literally had spoken that he wanted to take a break from acting, focus on building his family, and he did.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
that's something that it's true. Like, there's a certain limelight that you're in that you also want to take a break from. Like here, I'm not, we're not famous like that or anything at all, not even compared to what other people are. But still, we're working hard to try and
Mhm.
achieve something for ourselves and for our future and careers. That I work outside 8 hours a day, and then I come here to do this, and I also have to take care of other stuff just to try and maintain and worry about things that are also out of my control, because that's also the
Yeah.
disappointing part of a process of you trying to build a career, which is some things are out of your control, and you have to hound people, and you have to
Mhm.
it comes to the point where you have to spend a little bit more, and then a little bit more, and a little bit more of time or money, because some negligence of somebody, or somebody not paying enough attention to the work that you both say that you want to achieve, but one half is not complying with it. And I'm talking about partners outside of this, and outside of us. It's like it's you know it happens a lot. So that's one of the reasons why some people don't get to the places they need to get, because of whatever is surrounding them. Even though you can work as hard as you can, but it will take even longer. Or
Yeah.
you have to just
I
believe in the process
mean,
and believe in yourself in these type of things.
and you know what's the other thing? The other curious thing about that situation is that maybe that's what they've wanted their whole life, but when they actually get it, and it turns out to be fine for a while, but then you start seeing you start seeing the repercussions that come with that, which is like people being noisy, like about your personal life, people criticizing you all the time for everything that you post or everything that you do. And that's when these
Yeah.
people realize, like, is fame really a good thing for me? Because I've always talked about this. There's a huge difference between being successful and famous. Like, anybody can be famous. Anybody can be famous at any day, any time, whatever they do. But to be successful is like a completely different story. So
Yeah.
I feel like we're in an era where these actors are making a comeback after being successful in their
Mm-hmm.
careers, and taking a step down and saying, okay, I'm going to check my priorities, or I'm going to take a break because I deserve it, and making a comeback in these films.
And
Guess who's going
again,
to be Jordan Peele?
yeah, Jordan Peele. And again, the fame that comes after success is true fame. Like, it's
Yeah.
true fame. The fame that comes without success, without hard work, is false. It can disappear like that. It's
Mm-hmm.
non-existent.
Yeah.
But again, somebody can make a TikTok that impresses like 20 million people,
Eh,
and
you're
then,
famous.
wow,
Exacto.
you
Somebody
make
can
the
get
money, but then
somebody can
honestly,
get
I don't want to
naked.
be known for just dancing on TikTok and, oh, million, and that's it. Oh,
Sí, pero
does he do something
it's
else?
like,
If you learn how to use that money,
mm-hmm.
then maybe, but it's not like
Yeah.
fun.
But como todo, like, you can get naked and you can be famous if that's what you want. Like, it is
Hmm.
what it is. I want
Yeah.
him to be the villain in the movie completely. Yeah, that would be sick. I think Stephen Young, and we're talking about Lucy Liu. We're gonna talk about Stephen Young in a bit, but he was my favorite character in Walking Dead.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
yeah. Let's step to the next news of the day. This is something that I thought it was interesting because we usually get to see a lot of movies of Dracula, but now apparently
Oh yes, yes.
Rainfeld is going to get a solo film in the works at Universal. So if you guys don't know, Rainfeld is actually the assistant, right? Dracula's assistant.
I believe so.
Yeah. And it's going to be a Universal monster movie, and it has found a new director in Chris McKay, who was also the director of the Lego Batman movies, which I freaking love. And basically, this character is getting their own solo film that has been tapped in the monster. Is it the MonsterVerse for the Universal pictures? That's what they're trying to do. The Monster
Yeah.
Universe, I think it
Mm-hmm.
is. So they have this character for a solo film, and it's gonna be based on a story outline from Robert Kirkman and a screenplay from Ryan Ridley, and then it's gonna focus on the henchmen, on Dracula's henchmen, but in an original story that's not gonna be set in the same world.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's
I
like,
think this sounds
yeah.
interesting.
It's like what Angelo said. Like it was pretty much an inmate that suffered from delusion, like a psychotic. But he was overseen by Dr. John Seward, by Dr. Don Seward, and he pretty much thought that by eating, creatures, living creatures, he would pretty much obtain the life force of them. So Dracula just kept on feeding him stuff like that to try and see if he would obtain those things. But pretty much, yeah. So it'll be interesting because it's not focused on Dracula. I mean, Dracula could probably make an appearance in that movie, but we'll see.
Maybe,
And
I think
then
it would be interesting if they solely focus on the character, and then maybe Dracula shows up at the end, and then they can tie that in into possibly a movie.
possibly.
But I think that they have been trying to do this MonsterVerse situation since with the whole Tom Cruise thing with the Mummy, which I was never on board because
Forever.
I'm not a fan of Tom Cruise, and for me, putting him in a movie titled The Mummy didn't make sense to us because we are huge fans of the Brendan Fraser films, and
Yeah,
and I
it
think
wasn't
with
good
that film
marketing.
they were trying to present, or they presented Russell Crowe as Dr. Jekyll, and they were pushing hard for this, but they have this adaptation, and I think a Van Helsing adaptation is going to come as well. I don't know if it's going to be a film or a series, so
I think that their mistake was hiring these people instead of getting people that are great actors. Not
so
to say
Tom
that they're
Cruise,
not great actors.
basically.
Not to say that they're not great actors, but outside of what people already have seen these people play, like you took Tom Cruise into another Mission Impossible movie.
Yep.
You literally put Tom Cruise into another Mission Impossible movie, not a mummy movie. Because when we saw them, well, we haven't seen it, but with the trailers and with the cutscenes, the deleted scenes, and all that I've seen, it's like this is another Tom Cruise movie and another Mission Impossible movie. And people kept on saying the same thing. This is another Mission Impossible movie where Tom Cruise makes his crazy stunts and does this, all that, fights
Yeah.
and does weird crap. And then not weird crap,
Because
like fighting, but
apparently he still has something to prove. I think, I don't
I know
I
he
don't know.
has nothing else to prove, man. He's a great
I don't
stunt
know.
man. He's a great action star and
Whatever.
all that. But
Whatever.
um,
I don't like Tom
todavía
Cruise.
está. Oh wait, this is a the bug eating assistant. So a comedy.
I've never seen. I don't think I've seen the 1931 Dracula film.
Yeah, no,
And I think my experience with Dracula was I saw one with you, John. What was it, Dracula 300 or something like that?
2000,
3000, 2000,
two
something like that.
thousand, 3,000 hits.
Um, I saw that one, and I think John started seeing like a BBC show that's on Netflix, but it was too much for me. The whole Dracula
Oh
thing.
yeah, I know
Yeah.
it was on
So
Netflix.
I
It's
don't have a
called
lot of experience with
Dracula.
yeah,
That
with
that to me what
Dracula.
that show for me was pretty good, guys. Go and
Yeah.
look for it. It's on Netflix called Dracula. That's it. Just Dracula. It was pretty interesting. It lasts like 3 to 4
It was
episodes, and that's it.
the first
It's
episode
super
is like
limited,
it's
like
like
an
an
hour and a
hour
half.
long. but
It's an
it's
hour and
so
a half.
intense that the episode finishes, and John was like, "You want to see another one?" And I'm just like, "I need a break." And that was me like not watching it ever.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
no.
John finished it, but I
Todavía
no.
ellos están tratando de hacer el Monsterverse. Ya.
Ajá.
Yo entendía que no, pero igual deben rebootarlo después de Mummy, que estuvo malita. Yeah.
Yeah, and Dinah
That
says that
movie
that movie
sucked. Oh my
sucked.
god. I need to see it. I
Waiting
need
for
to
a
see it
stunt
fully just to know
accident.
exactly.
Mira, I didn't
Wait
see
for
it
a stunt
because
accident.
I didn't see it because when from the moment that they said this is the Mummy with Tom Cruise, I was like, no. Porque we grew up with Brendan Fraser,
Brendan
the
Fraser,
Mummy's film that he's in, and that's the Mummy film that I'm expecting, not a
and,
Tom Cruise
and
film.
we saw
Porque
them, and then we did a spotlight of the
we
week on it. That's like,
they're on HBO Max. They're on
it's
HBO
amazing.
Max.
It's
They're
a great
still
movie. It's
good.
a great movie.
Yeah.
Lo único bueno de The Mummy es la mummy, la
La
mamacita,
mamacita.
hashtag mamacita. Three long episodes. Oh yeah, three long. Yeah, okay, la visto. 3 long episodes. Yeah,
Sí.
he's seen him. He's
Muy
seen
mucho.
Dracula.
Dios
Yes.
mío. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Let's jump into the next one. Yeah.
Yes. The next news that we have is that Jordan Vogt Roberts is going to direct a live action film, Gundam, right?
God
For Netflix.
damn.
God damn. Ahí estamos.
Gundam, mi gente.
So Netflix announced on Monday that it
I am
has
so
set...
sorry. I wanted to tell you, I'm getting the coffee.
What? Okay, I'm just gonna read this really quickly.
Yes.
So Netflix said on Monday that it has set Kong Skull Island helmer Jordan Vogt Roberts to direct a live-action Gundam film based on the iconic Japanese mecha franchise. The feature film hails from Legendary, Que Cosa, which is re-teaming with Vogt Roberts from Skull Island and comes off the outsized box office success of its tentpole Godzilla versus Kong. Ay, yo no se sacó. Espérate. Ahora sí. Isn't that interesting, guys? We're gonna get a live-action Gundam film based on the Japanese franchise under the same company that has done all of the MonsterVerse films that have been successful. And I don't know what to think because I know that a lot of people enjoy Kong Skull Island. It's not our favorite film. It's not my favorite film. I think that Godzilla, the one that came out in 2014, is by far superior in terms of story and how they introduced the character. Yeah, I really loved Godzilla versus Kong. But I haven't seen this show or this character. So I don't know what to expect. Do you guys know about the character? Are you guys... okay, ya tengo. So Angelo says, people give too much control to Cruz as a producer. They have to learn. Exactly, and that is an issue. Metaverse says, tengo mucho miedo. ¿Qué piensas, Metaverse? My thing is, like, how are they going to portray this character? Because I don't know if it's going to be a mix of practicality or if it's going to be fully CGI. So I think that would be an interesting aspect to think about when this film comes out. And it's coming out on Netflix. It's not going to be like an HBO Max / theater simultaneous release. So we have to see that as well. Dinah says, I saw a Gundam movie live action already called G Savior, kind of crappy. Wow. Dañado ahora. Después de Transformers Pacific Rim, el Monsterverse downgrade ese concepto a una TV series, no sé. I was thinking about that because, mira, I was a huge fan of the first Transformers that came out. It's not a perfect film. But I feel that it was the one that was trying the most to have a decent plot and incorporate the Transformers, and then Revenge of the Fallen came out, and that was a disaster because it turned into a movie where it was just explosions and bombs and action and sex jokes with Michael Bay. Ay, me gusta tu tacita. Beauty and the Beast. So I don't know what to expect, and I think they're gonna reboot Transformers as well. So
Oh my
Sparrow Wolf
god.
dice, esos son mechas con espacio para pilotos dentro.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like
I've
that.
never
That is
seen it.
like yeah, that's like it's like Power Rangers, pero constantly in the actual Morpher and like the
Okay.
Megatron, not Megatron.
No, it's
Jesus.
Transformers.
Oh, the Morpher, the Morpher. I think it's the Morpher.
Yeah, yeah,
Anyway, but
I
it's
know,
Gundam.
I know what
It's
you're
like
talking
that.
about.
Is they are actually
Okay.
piloting the machines. It's not like Transformers. Transformers are have their own,
Sí.
mind and stuff.
Pero
But
do you think?
yeah, tengo miedo, tengo miedo, tengo
Okay,
miedo.
so es como,
tengo
okay, pues el,
Metaverse. Tengo miedo,
sí,
tengo
pues
miedo, tengo miedo.
es como dijo Metaverse lo de Pacific Rim. I've never seen Pacific Rim. I've never
What?
seen Pacific Rim. No.
No,
Ese
no, 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 no,
Guillermo
no,
del
no, no, no,
Toro.
no.
No, no, no,
Espérate,
no. Espérate,
espérate.
espérate,
Yo no
espérate.
sabía
Yo sé que
eso.
Guillermo. I know that it's Guillermo del Toro, pero I like when
Mi
Guillermo
gente,
del
la voy
Toro
a poner a
does.
verla, a que la vea.
Está
La voy
bien,
a
yo la
poner a que la
veo.
veas, a que la veas. Y la de
Está
muñequito
bien.
también, que salía en Netflix, la voy a poner a que la veas. Las
Tú
dos, la
estás
voy a poner a
bien.
que la veas.
Tomo
Las dos.
Guys, John just had coffee, so
Oh, shit.
estate calmadito, ya tú sabes. Movie night de hoy es Pacific Rim, dice Metaverse. Mira. Lo que pasa es que de Guillermo del Toro, I really like the films like Pan's Labyrinth is the best Guillermo del Toro film that he's done. I'm sorry.
Es como
Sorry.
Messenger, yes.
I'm sorry, sorry. Porque Hellboy tampoco. Tampoco me gustó.
Bueno,
Yo la empecé a ver y I started watching it y no me capturó así. A mí me gusta Guillermo del Toro cuando él hace su horror fantasy situation aspect en toda esta cuestión, ¿sí? Pero I
yeah.
promise que I'm gonna see it y si me gusta, I'm gonna talk about it next week.
So,
Esa es mi
esto,
promesa para ustedes.
look, this was just what he said. Gundam tiene históricamente buena combinación de humano y drama, like a great combination
Okay.
of human drama. This is so true. Now, that is going to be the mission. Their mission has to be this. The Gundams have to be second. Honestly, it's like, oh, what Gundam? Who's name?
Chico,
No, no, no,
pero
no, no,
have
no,
you
no.
seen?
You have to learn that it's like the superheroes. I know that the superheroes in the Marvel universe, are like, ooh, you want to see Captain America punch and blah 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 and action. But again, guys, what makes a great story is not the action; it's the story. It's the sentiment. It's the communication between
Exactamente.
the actors, the characters, the development of what there is. The action comes second, and when the action comes, because it's not so often and not so thrown in your face, people can appreciate it even more.
Yeah.
It's like when you see a shooting star. When you see a shooting star, you appreciate it so much. Like, oh, wow, make a wish. That if you every day would see a shooting star, it's like, that's fine. Okay. It's like the
Yeah, that's
first
my
time we
issue.
ever saw a good working car. Like the people in the past, I was like, oh my god, that's what they. The first time we saw an iPhone, it's like, wow, an iPhone, and now we see like 10 of them every fucking year, and it's like, I'm going to
Cada
Android,
año
whatever,
sacan uno nuevo.
fuck that shit. It's like, yeah, no, that's why Gundam is
Pero
like
a
special
mí,
right now. It's like, oh,
yeah, pero I mean, eso I like what Sparrow Wolf is saying, pero my issue is, ¿qué te pasa? Dios mío, eso como el café.
yo,
Ay,
es que
Dios mío.
you hice una mueca. I made a face
I didn't even see
that
you.
was so. It was a reflection of my muscles, and I didn't understand what it was. And then when I reacted to that, I did it. That's why I cracked. I was like, "What the fuck did I just do?" Anyway, I'm so sorry. Go on.
Pero,
Yeah.
diantre, yo creo que se me fue el pensamiento. Okay. My issue with this is that I did not like Kong Skull Island. The action was good.
Me neither.
I didn't like the story.
I fell
didn't
asleep
like
in the middle.
characters. John se durmió. Y John never falls asleep in films. That's like a rarity.
I don't.
So I'm worried about this film per se. Que para
But-
mí, it needs to have a
But
good
he was the
balance.
one. Sorry, he's the one that directed Kong Skull Island and not Godzilla versus.
No, lo que pasa es que what I was saying was that he's the director of Kong Skull Island, pero this movie's gonna come under Legendary, which is the company that has done the MonsterVerse for Godzilla, Kong, Godzilla versus Kong, pero va a ser con Netflix. It's gonna be with Netflix. That's the thing. So.
Okay, I'll tell you this. And I think I overheard. I think I overheard you. I I liked la primera película, like the first movie of Godzilla more.
Sí, es la mejor.
And I know
Yeah.
people complained because there wasn't much of Godzilla. But here's the
Mhm.
thing. Coming into the Godzilla film, I expected not to see much from Godzilla because it is a very rare thing. Godzilla is a relic. It is something so special to this film that if you put him out there like, here he is, it's like then you lose what you want to do with this movie, which is just bring also some sentiment to the people and bring like a story to it. But if you always go with the mentality, oh no, this is a fight movie, this is a, like, come on. But at least at one point I want something good to fall on, like a story. Come on. Like if I
Sí,
want to
claro.
continue watching a fight movie, I just go and play freaking, Nintendo and go like Monsters Kingdom and play all monsters
That's what
together.
video games are
Or
for.
if I want a,
Exactly.
all, because they're saying the same thing about Mortal Kombat, the movie that's going to come out. Oh, but it's about the fights. And it's like, okay, then I'm just going to fucking play the game. Even the game
Yeah.
has a story, like a great
And it has a good story.
It has
And it
a
has a good
great
story.
story.
That's the
It's
thing.
like,
That's the thing. So
and
my
fuck
thing
this
is,
tournament. That always the tournament is like always a tournament, a tournament, a tournament, a tournament, a
my
tournament.
thing is, but my
Jesus,
thing
it's
is,
tournament.
I don't understand where. I can't pinpoint exactly where companies are failing to transmit good stories into live action because it and we get great stories in animated film. So my thing is like, why can't this be transmitted well into a live action film? You have the base there, you have the elements, so
Yeah. Pero en estos giant mechas on outer space. Exacto. So Pacific Rim is action over the top. De estos bots facing each other's on cockpits, action and slash drama tipo Top Gun.
tipo
Well, no,
top
no, no. Yeah,
gun.
I think it
I
is.
don't think I've
I think he's speaking of
yo no he
Pacific
visto
Rim,
Top Gun.
pero en esos giant mechas on. Oh no, he's speaking about outer space. Yes, I mean, sorry, Gundam. Yes, that's exactly it. Entonces he says, agree, John,
Dame un
pero
break,
no
por
puedo
favor.
trabajarlo con.
¿Oíste?
Okay, yes.
Hombre.
Pero no puedo trabajarlo con 4 escenas de 2 a 5 minutos cada una. Oh no. Yeah, so the thing about it is, it's like in Godzilla, in that movie, I need to watch it again because I remember the feeling that I had when I watched the movie, and it was great. I enjoyed it. Did it leave me wanting more of Godzilla? Fuck yeah, like of course. But I knew that there was going to be more movies to actually put me in that place, or at the end of the movie, I was going to be able to feel accomplished by and then Maria, I got the guy, like so. Again, that's why it's so complicated to know exactly what to do with this. Because again, if we're gonna put it like this, every monster movie, you're probably gonna have crappy human characters. The only one that functioned properly was because is the girl with Kong in Godzilla versus Kong. Because again, if we have seen and known apes for throughout life, we know that they can reason and they can communicate with us a little bit better and they're scary, but they know a little bit more in terms of like the human evolution and the communication that we can actually create with them. So it makes sense for the little girl to have that type of communication with Kong. So that's why we also felt more attached to the human side of Kong, but not the Godzilla one, because Godzilla is just a wrecking machine. That's why the little three stooges from Godzilla's side, I didn't fucking care. And I'm freaking tired of Millie Bobby Brown crying in every fucking movie that I see her. Like, I love her, and she's great in acting, but every time it's like, you're not going to help me, or are you going to do this? And what? The what? The outer? The thick, this? Oh, you can, yeah. She's right here switching headsets, right? But yeah, she's crying in every freaking movie. And that's not her fault. Again, that's the director or the teacher telling like, hey, no, you don't have to cry in this one. It's just like deliver, but also watering your eyes every single time. Come on, type por favor, please. That no, I know you're a kid, but stop, please. Like no. Anyway, tiene que hablar de booster sword shield pew pew pew. Yes, all that. Let me see right here. Pero tienen que saberlo hacer. Yes, of course. Ahí está mi miedo. that works perfectly as it exists already in animated. Yeah,
Hola.
sequence. Aquí tenemos. Él es el director attached to Metal Gear Solid. Ah, yes.
Sí,
The
pero
thing,
Metal
the
Gear,
difference.
Kojima está bien metido.
Déjame
Kojima
decirle
está bien
algo.
metido
Let
ahí.
me say something about this one. Let me say
Eso no va a
about
ser,
something about.
eso no va a ser una porquería. Ahí te digo yo.
Mhm. Let me say something about that. Not because it's Metal Gear, but one, yes, Hideo Kojima is very attached to it, so he's not gonna let it die like that. And two, this is the only project that I know that that director has spent over almost 9 years trying to make. So you know that this script has actually been worked on heavily because they're trying to mix um the story of Shadow Moses, for those who don't know. And this is one of the reasons why I really want to create that section that we're going to do, which is, if you didn't know, we're going to create a section of Metal Gear, only Metal Gear. We're going to play Metal Gear throughout however long it takes, and we're gonna finish all the entire saga from the very first Metal Gear game that was made up until the very last one that was made. So that way, we're not gonna follow it chronologically because of the graphical issues, not issues, the graphic difference between games. We're gonna do it based on release because it's like a Star Wars thing. It's like episode six, 4, 5, and 6 came out. Is that's how Metal Gear works. So and we're gonna do it like that so that we can actually all of us who's here, and I want this for everyone because Metal Gear Solid is gonna be finally a movie. I want everybody that joins into my stream and our stream understands what Metal Gear is all about, so that when you guys go and watch the film with Oscar Isaac and this director puts it up, you know where it's coming from. You know what it's based off, and you understand the backstory and the history of this. And but I'm so excited to actually make that section and start playing those games. But yeah, lastly here, I saw the Scorpion movie. Pretty good. Yes. Yes. Ash is having technical difficulties. She'll be right back. But yes. Yes, Dinah. It's an amazing, it's a great enjoyment. It's like, because you don't see that type of gore in real life in a very popular franchise unless it's the video game. But in the movies, you really didn't see it that much. We gotta wait and see how we see it in the new film of Mortal Kombat. But yes, I'm glad you saw it. I'm glad you saw it and enjoyed it. Yeah. Nico Daniels says, el graphic novel de G vs. Kong está on fire. Te dice que Godzilla mató a todos los antepasados de Kong porque se estaban convirtiendo tiranos por su inteligencia. Yes. And that actually is a legit fact. So, you know what? Sorry, when I saw the movie, I told Ashley, when I saw the movie, I told Ash, when Godzilla actually scratched Kong's chest, if you noticed in Kong Skull Island, and even in this one, before he got scratched in the chest and the floor, he had a scratch before the same size. So that means that they had actually fought before, and they actually fought his ancestors. And you are absolutely right. And I didn't even know that there was actually a graphic novel. I'm actually going to look for it. Thank you, Angela. So it makes sense. And I believe that if they do another Kong movie, and if they do another Kong movie, they need to go back in time and do this. And like Kong versus Godzilla 2. They need to go back in time and do this. But in this time, what it's going to be different is how you incorporate the human element. Because by the time that you go back, there might not either be no humans or the humans have a different language. Now, this is the test. Would we want to see only a movie of just monsters and no context over it? Because if they are developing the tyrant type of intelligence, that means we're going to be able to know how they communicate and understand their language. If they do it by subtitles, I wouldn't mind a movie of monsters if they do it by subtitles and we try and understand what they speak. But it's going to be extremely tricky. But it's based off of this, what Angelo said in the comment.
Yeah. But that was what I enjoyed the most of Godzilla versus Kong. It was Godzilla fighting Kong. I didn't care about anything else.
But the interpretation, I love the interpretation when we saw each other, we saw them actually look at each other and, see everything that they were doing with each other. It's like, there was one moment where Godzilla was like smirking. I was like,
when he hit Kong.
When he hit Kong, I was like, I fucked your ancestors too, bro. I remember when I fucked you over, right? Like 10,000 years ago. Remember that?
Yeah, for sure.
Freaking 8. It's just like, wow. It's like, that this is history. It's like, it was so amazing, and I felt it, and it was fantastic. Mm-hmm. So I was so excited when I was watching. I want to watch the movie again. I really want to watch the movie again.
Me too.
Here says, si le doy el beneficio para MGS, Metal Gear, se lo doy para Gundam. Yes. Yeah. You know why? Because, okay. Yes and no. I will say more so no. Only reason is because they need to understand that Gundam is not just about the Gundams. Mm-hmm. There's a story behind that. Now, in Metal Gear, it's not about actually the Metal Gear. It's about the soldier. It's about the greatest soldier who ever lived. Mm-hmm. And the Metal Gear itself is a weapon that they have to stop. So you don't see the weapon till almost the end of almost every single game.
Yeah.
That's not the game. The game is about you as being tactical and doing espionage throughout and the story behind it. So for people that don't know about Metal Gear, the name is a bit misleading. So it's like Metal Gear. Oh, no. It's about Solid Snake. It's about the snakes, the Snake brothers, and the big boss, and the history, the social issues. Not social issues. Well, actually, more governmental issues in that aspect in those times. But yeah, así que por el momento no compro ninguna de las dos. Yeah. Yo, my landlord is calling me. What? Why is he calling me right now? Yeah. Say, what is it? What?
That's
weird. Anyway, I don't think they have fought before. I believe that was done by another Titan or Skull Island. Cool. Yeah, but the material is there, and Gundam has a good human. Like, this right here could be a possibility. You might be right.
Yeah,
you might be right.
Yeah.
You might be right. But it would be so cool if it actually was Godzilla back then. That would honestly make for a more interesting story. And that if you tie it into what the movie was doing, it's like, oh, no shit, they did that. Wow, they did that.
Yeah.
They did that.
Yeah.
Escuchó ese video donde contesta, dude. I mean, not live, pero yeah. But yeah, so what do we got next? So that I can see what's going on.
Well, that's it for the movie/TV universe.
All right, let me see what.
Next, we have the Spotlight of the Week.
Ooh.
Which is Invincible.
Okay. Invincible. I'm gonna let you start off because you said you wanted to start off and see what it was. All right, so let me see what he wants.
Yeah. Bye. Okay, guys. So Spotlight of the Week is Invincible, which is available on Amazon Prime. So this show is an American adult animated superhero streaming television series that premiered on Amazon Prime on March 26, 2021. And it tells the story of Mark Grayson, who is a normal teenager, except for the fact that his father, Nolan, is the most powerful superhero on the planet. Shortly after his 17th birthday, Mark begins to develop powers of his own and enters into his father's tutelage. So he becomes a superhero as well under his father's training. This series stars Stephen Yeun, Sandra Oh, J.K. Simmons, and so many other awesome people that I can't even, my mind is blown with this series. We've been wanting to watch this show for a while, and we've had so many people saying, you have to watch this show. You have to get on it. It has 5 episodes on Amazon Prime, and this show is
I'm back.
You're back? Okay.
Yeah. It's funny what he wanted.
Oh.
He wanted to know
Oh.
if I wanted the parking spot because somebody's moving out of the building.
Oh, wow.
I was like, man, I wish I had a car, but
I wish I
no.
had a car.
Thank you for calling.
Yeah. But yeah, this show is on Amazon Prime. It has 5 episodes so far, and it has new episodes every Friday. And I think the aspect that is most intriguing about the show, first of all, it's based on a comic book series that I had no idea existed.
Me neither.
And I feel that, not to compare it to The Boys, but I feel that it goes in the same line as to these two comic books or stories that we had no idea existed, and then they are adapted so well in Amazon Prime that they work out as a series. I love the fact that this episode, it not only does it have a great cast, but I think the story is very interesting. I think the dynamic between Mark and his dad, and then the little things that we see happen in his life, it keeps the show moving forward, and each episode actually opens the door for you to be curious as to what else is going to happen into the story, because every episode leaves you kind of with a cliffhanger or a thought of like, what the hell is happening? I have to keep watching. And I have to say that I was very surprised, because a lot of people had told us that the first episode was slow and that it's a slow burner, but I actually
Honestly,
I enjoyed the first episode.
Yes.
I thought it did an awesome job in taking its time to explain to you what is happening before actually getting into the nitty-gritty. And episode 1 for me has one of the best what the fuck moments at the end. And I'm not gonna say what happens because the show is still premiering, so I don't want to spoil it for anybody.
Everybody has seen it. Everybody here has seen it.
So basically, at the end of the episode, Nolan, who is Mark's father, he goes and he destroys the. It's not the Justice League. I forgot the name, but it's kind of a trope on the Justice League, and he goes to the headquarters and he destroys he kills everybody. But it wasn't like a simple I'm just gonna punch you here and there. Like, it was guts going out.
That was Mortal Kombat.
That was Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. I was like, my god!
And I remember as we were watching the episode, I looked at John and I was like, but I've heard people say that the show is like really like hardcore and strong, and I don't know. And then that end, and it's not an end. It's like a whole sequence at the end, guys. Like a whole sequence.
Mano.
And I was like,
nosotros nos quedamos.
Yeah. And then
the Guardians.
Yeah, the Guardians. Thank you so much. And I love that ending, because that's where the show actually turns the page, and it's like, okay, so now we're gonna get into the nitty gritty. And then after that, yes, from Robert Kirkman.
Yeah, he made the Walking Dead comic books.
Yes. And most of the people from Walking Dead are in this cast because, yes, that's true.
That's
I think
true.
she is.
Isn't she? She's there?
Oh, she's right behind.
Where?
Where Nolan is, yeah.
Nolan? Where is it? I can't see her.
La de la camisa verde. So you can only see her shirt. But that is true. The mom is the human, in the whole family dynamic, and then you have the father, who is a superhero, and now his son, who is turning into a superhero. And as I was saying, I love the fact that the ending of that episode actually opens the door for the nitty gritty.
Guardians of the Globe. That's the full name.
Gracias, Dinah. Gracias.
Yeah, that's the full name. Guardians of the Globe.
It actually opens the door for the nitty gritty that's going to happen throughout the season. And then the next episodes that we get are filled with a lot of gore, a lot of punching, but also not only great performances, but a great story. I have to say that so far, my favorite episode has been episode 5, because it has a twist of like, you think that you're trying to catch a person who's the bad guy. Oh
my god!
But then the person who actually called you, who is voiced by Mahershala Ali, who is an amazing actor.
What a fucking episode!
Yo,
what an episode! What a twist!
Yeah,
that was the twist, the pain, the shocking moment of you seeing the father letting this happen. And here's the thing, I wanted to talk about this.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm sorry, am I okay? Okay,
No, go
got
for
it.
it.
So the shocking part of this is that we still don't know if the father is doing this because that's him or he's being controlled by somebody. Now, I truly believe that is mostly him. It is him. And I don't haven't seen the comic books, but please, whoever has seen him and knows about it, don't say it. Let
Yeah.
us let us let
No.
us get let us get surprised by
I
it.
mean, it's already
But
interesting because it presents the question: is Mark alive? In this
yes,
last episode, because he was
so
I was like,
so here's the thing. It was shocking to know that this man would let his own son get beaten like that. But
yeah,
again, this feels like a father that's saying or that's doing, let him get his ass whooped so that he learns his
because
lesson.
he was right in this
Because he was
situation.
in this in
He
this
was right.
situation, he was right.
Yeah.
Now, could his father have gone through so many things that we don't know of that the mother is actually trying to protect his son from, but at the same time, the mother is letting him make mistakes so that he can learn the same way.
Yeah.
But the father is doing it the opposite way. They both want the same thing for their kid, but they're trying to teach them in a different way. Because you see, like Shock Topper says, the mother is the backbone. The
Yeah.
mother says, I understand your father, but I also believe in this.
Exactly.
And that's beautiful. So the fact that this was happening to Mark, I kind of agreed with him taking an ass whooping. Now the shocker was that he literally got killed. The only thing that made him survive is that, in like, if you talk about DC, he's a Kryptonian, but if we talk about this, he's a Vilgrumite. And the
Yeah.
Vilgrumites in this world is like Kryptonian, so we got proof of that he can live and he will live because when the scientists at the end of it all was trying to kill the cells to try and find out if they can kill um, uh, um, the father, I forgot his name, Nolan.
Nolan.
If they can kill Nolan,
Yeah.
we see that the cells don't die. So we can tell that he can regenerate. Mark will regenerate and will come back to and it'll be fine. But he'll probably be in bed for a while, depending on how how the powers are unveiled and how fast they can heal.
Yeah.
Because again, his father heals fast, but it's because he's already an adult in a sense, and he's been through a lot. But it was shocking, and I think the father let this happen because of that. Because you didn't listen to me, so you're gonna take that beating and you're gonna learn from it, and I'm not gonna help you.
I'm
And
skeptical.
he saw him like that, like Dad. I'm like, oh shit,
I don't trust the dad. I don't trust Nolan.
oh shit.
I think he has I think he possibly has always had an agenda under his sleeve. And I think it could be that, or I think it
he's
could be
jealous
the fact. Yeah, I think it could be the fact that when Mark
of the
finally
world.
got his powers, he got jealous, and that because you have to see it this way. Nolan always wanted to. He always wanted to be part of the Guardians, and the Guardians. They were like, no, we don't. That's not going to happen, and it didn't happen for Nolan. But his son just got his powers in a way. He is a little bit more adapt to his powers than his father. And then Mark, he doesn't join the Guardians because he says that he wants to be trained by his father, but he makes a good connection with this other team of superheroes that are not necessarily the Guardians. This is the team that comes after to try and save the day with Adam Eve
teens,
and
yeah.
the teens.
That turned now Guardians of the Globes, but
Yeah.
broken in half
Exactly.
in that room as well.
And there's also like something really skeptical about the robot, because he actually let he let people out of prison, but he just wants to know how they are able to clone, and he has Rex's blood,
yeah,
which I don't know what he's trying to do.
which
And it's
is
interesting.
freaky.
It's
And
freaky, but
I
it's
think he's
interesting.
working with the Nick Fury type of dude. That guy, the Clint Eastwood Nick Fury.
Oh my god, I forgot the name. Wait, I'll find the name. I have the
Something.
names here.
But I'm going to read comments while you look for the name. Chuck Tupper says he doesn't want his son to be left out. That's how I yes, this is how I feel actually. Like it happened to him with the Guardians of the Globe. That's why he always wanted to work alone.
Cecil.
Yes,
Cecil is the name.
Cecil.
Yeah.
I feel that way with him. I truly feel that way with him. Like
Okay.
he doesn't want his son to be left out. He wants to protect his son so much that he went to the extent to kill the Guardians of the Globes. And think about it. Think about it like this. He could have killed the Guardians of the Globes anytime he wanted. But he killed the Guardians of the Globes when his son's powers got revealed. And I think he killed the Guardians of the Globes to maybe create a spot for his son on one, like it's so weird, but I think he's
Like for him to be the leader?
yeah, or something like that. But I think he in Chalked Up, I truly believe Chalked Up is right. I think the son or the father is being extremely protective of his son, and he wants his son to be prime, like right there. But his teachings are hard. His teachings are really hard. It's like it, and it could be because look at how he got fooled by the dude that can build concrete around him, like
Marshall Ali's character.
Marshall Ali's character.
Yes, yeah.
So it could be we got fooled. We
Yeah.
really got fooled. Like nobody knew unless you read the comic. But
Mano, they were like at the end of that episode when you see him being like, "Oh, hey boss," Isotope. He's like, "Hey boss," and I was like, "Espérate,
yeah,
espérate, this just happened." Like
Yes.
this guy really did that. Like he
Yeah.
became the Hola X.
What's
¿cómo
up,
estás?
X?
What's up?
Always. Hi, man. Oh, so he's talking about earlier about the thing, but yeah. But yo, man,
But
it's true.
I also wanted to add that what I love about the show is the different tropes, as I was mentioning before. There's not only tropes of DC, but there is also episode 5 was my favorite because things were events were happening in the episode, and we looked at each other and we were like, this is like Spider-Man 2, where Peter Parker is the biggest hero ever known, but he has to balance his superhero life with his personal life, and then his responsibilities like work and all that stuff. So there's like little things here and there that are taken from different aspects of both the Marvel and DC comic universe that work really well in this show. And I was comparing it to The Boys in a way, because it feels like what Amazon does so well is showcase these types of heroes that are not squeaky clean, not perfect. And I feel that nowadays people are craving that more than just seeing somebody that is perfect all the time or doesn't make mistakes. And I think that's the reason why both The Boys and Invincible have gotten such a great response from the audience.
And it's so amazing that it's actually being produced by the same company that is doing The Boys.
Yeah.
And don't go too far because I don't know, but I think Warner Brothers, sorry. Amazon Prime is actually taking over what Warner Brothers should have done a long time ago with their comic.
The dark white, yeah.
The detective comics.
Yeah.
Like Batman, like Justice League. What they should have done with this and make it their own. And stop imitating Marvel, because Marvel is its own thing. If you'd have created your own thing, again, there shouldn't have been any wars between comics like that, comic book movies. It could have been so special between like two tyrants, not competing, but giving out great stories for the public. Because who would not want to go one day after another or the same day to watch two great comic book movies from two different companies? I would have gone if Spider-Man, the greatest movie of all time at that. Sorry, I'm just hypothetically speaking. Spider-Man, the greatest movie of all time.
It still
Spider-Man
is.
1.
It still is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like
Spider-Man 2. Yes.
Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2 from Sam Raimi are the best Spider-Man films. I'm so sorry. I'm petty.
So let's say that movie comes out, and then Batman Begins. Actually, Batman Begins. Batman Begins came out. Spider-Man 2 came out. If they'd have come out in the same year, I would have watched both at the same time. I would have both watched at the same time, one after another. Like, I'm finished with this one. Let me jump to the next, La Próxima Saga, and I'm going to do that. Because I enjoy comic book movies. These companies try to compete with each other, and they sometimes, and I'm sorry if you guys are hearing this, and I'm sorry if I don't get hired as an actor because I say that. You guys, stop being so fucking dumb. Please, stop fighting against each other.
I
Just
mean,
make the product for the people, and we're
I've
gonna enjoy it.
I've heard
Warner
that,
Brothers.
I've heard that they all get along. Like there's people from Marvel that go to the DC studios, like Warner Brothers Studios, and go and
Of
film.
course, they should.
So
They should. So
I
what
think
is?
that's more of a perception of what the public thinks is happening in a
But
way.
in
So
truth, here's the fact. How true do we know which one is which?
I
Because
don't know.
we
We
don't
don't know
work for them.
nowadays. Yeah.
We really
Yeah.
don't know. And
Yeah.
if you look at things, Warner Brothers has been having more success. I mean, sorry, whoops.
Marvel.
Disney has been having more success with
Yeah.
Marvel than Warner Brothers with DC.
Yeah.
So the successes that it's had is when it comes to independent films. It's like Batman Begins, and Man of Steel,
Yeah.
and now the Justice League Snyder Cut because it was pushed
Well,
through
I
their
think
noses and
well, I
stuff.
think
Like,
you
do it.
mean I think you mean more the Snyderverse aspect of it, because I wouldn't consider I those movies have an indie film. I wouldn't consider them indie films per se. They
No, they're
have the
not. They're
feel.
not indie. They're not indie at all. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that. I'm not saying the Snyderverse and stuff like that. I'm saying like the comic books that they have done that don't have to do with this new era that they're trying to push through everybody's noses
Yeah.
have been more successful than what I mean. The last ones have been more successful than this new era that you're trying to build, and it's for a reason because honestly, they were not competing with Marvel. When Marvel started hitting their ground and running with Iron Man 2, Thor, and they started seeing the success of all these things, they started good with Man of Steel, and then they started putting their noses in it and blah, and blah. And somebody's like, yo, one person gets to handle this at a time, one.
Yeah.
And then everybody started putting through things and here and there. I was like, mi hermano, like, you need to first focus on the story and not trying to match a giant pile of crap into this. Because again, the Nolan movies were a success. The Nolan movies were a success. I love Man of Steel, and I don't know. I feel like they just whatever. Anyway.
Yeah. But
back.
this show is great. Invincible is fantastic. If you guys have not had the opportunity to see this show is on Amazon Prime right now. It has 5 episodes so far, and it premieres an episode every Friday. So every Friday we get Invincible and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which is going to be our next topic, the review of episode 4. I also have to say that I was talking before about the fact that this was the same creator of Walking Dead. There's a couple of people from Walking Dead that are in this show as well, because I think Stephen Young is in this. Lauren Cohan, who played Maggie in the show, is in it as well. So I really like this show. I can't wait to see what happens, because it is a very, very, very intriguing show. Not your typical superhero story. Very gory, which I surprisingly am enjoying way too much. And the last thing that I would like to say is I think it would be interesting if at some point we see Nolan and Homelander in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Battle it out. Whether it be that Nolan makes a live action debut, or I think it would be even freaking cooler if they put Homelander in the show animated. Because it's going to be like,
oh my God.
Who's the biggest asshole? I guess we'll see.
Homeland. Oh, now that you reminded me, not to, because we're about to end this and we're going to go into the last topic of this before we jump into the giveaway, which it'll last probably about 15 minutes, the giveaway, because I wanted to make it fun for everybody that's watching. But yes, so what I was going to say is I enjoy the fact that no matter where this guy goes, no matter what this guy does, the image of J. Jonah Jameson has to be with J.K. Simmons.
He's always playing an asshole. Boy,
yes.
It was J.K. It was J. Jonah Jameson. If you guys haven't seen J.K. Simmons in Whiplash, like what's up with you? Like best movie of 2014. Hello. And then here he has the look of J. Jameson, but he's being an asshole like he was in Whiplash, and I find that so funny, and I'm just like, that's pretty freaking cool. So listen, this show is fantastic. I give it like a 10 out of 10 so far. with
Oh
episode
yeah,
5.
me too.
Episode 5 being the best episode that has come out, and I want to say that episode 1 is my second favorite because it really takes the time to delve into this character and set you up for what is about to happen in the show so that you can be ready. Because guys, believe
Mm-hmm.
me, you are not ready for what you're gonna see in the
We're not
show.
ready. We're
You're
not
not ready.
ready.
So that's our spotlight of the week for Invincible. And now to finish it off before our grandiose giveaway of MLB The Show 2021, of course, we cannot be in the show and not talk about, like I put in the title, Captain America's Bloody Shield.
Yeah.
E Bogadooks.
Oh my gosh. All right, so we actually talked about the show and the episode on Reload the last Friday, and I was having trouble and mumbling and all that kind of stuff because I was really recently watching the episode and I was super excited. But to get okay, see you, Dinah.
Nos vemos, Daina.
Te veo, Dinah.
Descanse.
Que descanse.
Thank you for being here. Gracias por estar
Thank you,
por
thank
aquí.
you, thank you so much.
Como siempre.
Mira,
mami.
Ahora fue.
Mami está confía con este show.
So, yes.
Yo estoy sorprendida y todo.
Yeah.
Ay, okay.
So, did it'll probably we'll check that out soon. Oh man. But this episode was one reveal that we as audience members, we were kind of anticipating this already. But it was a great reveal how it occurred. So pretty much this episode was focused more on being close to finally getting to the quote unquote villain of the show. That is portrayed by America. Like America is portraying these rebels, this resistance people from the east side of the world as rebels, as terrorists. And when we finally get to watch this episode, it starts off. Oh man, you know what? I want to let Ash continue explaining.
What?
Yes.
Espérate. How can you... No. Espérate. Yo tengo que quitar esta foto. How can you forget the beginning of this episode when we see freaking Bucky in Wakanda?
Okay.
How
so when we see
dare
Bucky,
you?
see Bucky in Wakanda, okay, yeah.
Eso es
So
todo.
when we see this episode starts with Bucky in Wakanda. No, ya tú puedes quitar la foto.
So,
Ya.
tú como que loca, yo no me acuerdo cómo empieza este episodio, pero
Es que
¿cómo va a ser?
I'm
¿Cómo va a
so
ser?
sorry. So the problem with me is that I start to get so hyped up that my mind starts to clear and I forget.
I'm like stressed out. Stressed out, bro. Like, don't do that ever again.
Yo, this happened on Friday as well. But I'm back.
Este show empieza con la mejor escena que yo he visto
with the best scene,
with
yes.
Bucky in Wakanda. Thank you.
Bucky in Wakanda.
Hello.
As we're seeing this scene, it is so refreshing because we're finally getting to see bits of here and there of what Bucky had gone through and suffered, of him trying to release himself from what he once was an assassin and a member of Hydra, the Winter Soldier. He's trying to release himself from all of that, the spell, because literally there's a spell. It is the command. It is the wordings that they have to mention in order for him to act and, reprogram his brain to assassinate and hear commands. It's pretty much a psychological thing that they did to him. So we see how he's breaking through that barrier. We see how one of the most underrated till now Wakandan soldiers is helping him overcome that. And it was so exciting because I'm getting goosebumps right now.
Sí.
It was so exciting because as we left the previous episode, we saw her. And do you remember the name, Ash?
Ayo, I think.
Ayo. So,
yeah.
Ayo. So we remember Ayo in the episode. And once I saw her again, I was like, wow, like this deep connection. And the reason why this woman is here is because of the White Wolf. Like the White Wolf being him, and they already had a connection. So I was so excited when I saw her because there's moments where you always want somebody to be with somebody else. And it's like, yo, this would definitely break a huge barrier and it would be a super strong power you know, like on the side couple like that. If these
A
two
power
like,
couple?
yeah, if they don't have to be like on the limelight. They don't have to be on the limelight. It's like,
Like you mean
what if
like secretly they're lovers and nobody knows
yes.
about it?
What if at one point they were like lovers and I was like, oh my god, bro,
I
you were
mean,
with
I
like
don't think
a warrior. I
I
was
don't
like,
think these women from
yes.
Wakanda,
I don't think so either. But
nah,
it would have
they're not interested in that and all
yeah,
that.
but it was so exciting. It was so exciting to see this. So after we see this, we see that we get to the scene where she's actually there because she was pursuing Zemo. And it was a bit disrespectful to them that the White Wolf, the one that they actually, nurtured and helped, actually released the guy that killed King T'Chaka, which was T'Challa, the Black Panther right now.
Yeah.
Rest in peace,
Chadwick
Chadwick
Boseman.
Boseman,
Yeah.
his father that was killed in Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
So to them, it was disrespectful for this to happen. And while it did, she was just pursuing it. And then with this, we also get to see that they're there throughout the episode trying to get Zemo. But from here, I'm going to let you continue, just in case I keep rumbling. And if you want to
You want
continue,
me to give my thoughts or
yeah, continue.
okay.
Yeah, because I'm explaining the episode, but it's just
Yeah.
it's super exciting. I'm sorry,
I
I
know,
just
I
can't
know.
contain myself in this episode.
I
I
have to
can't.
say that I think this episode is by far the best one of the season. I'm so happy that last week I was actually saying on our show that I was expecting this episode to be the climax of this season of the Falcon of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and it actually turned out to be the biggest point in this show. I love the fact that they have incorporated, but not only Bucky's time in Wakanda, but to incorporate Ayo, and the way that they did was very powerful to see in this episode. And I love the dynamic between them and John Walker because, and this is something that's very interesting. I think you can see how John Walker is the perfect representation of somebody that is blinded by power because he is Captain America versus Steve Rogers, who genuinely did it because he felt the need to not only save people, but to represent America in a good way. And you see it perfectly in the scene where he's facing Ayo and her partner, where he's like, oh, I'm Captain. He's always like, yeah, I'm John Walker, Captain America, this and that. And you're just like,
I hate when he says
bro,
that.
like, that's not what Captain America should represent. And I love the fact that John Walker in this episode gets explored a little bit more, and we get to see how crazy he is, because this is something that, and I was telling John this from the second episode when his friend was like, listen, you're Captain America now. You can't solve anything with punches. I immediately said to myself, this guy probably has a history of being violent in a way. And I think that if we do get a flashback in the next scene about what happened to him during his time in the army, I think it would be very interesting if it was caused by him.
Yes.
It was caused by him, yet he gets the prize of the Medal Honors because of what happened. So
Medal of Honors.
Sorry, Medal of Honors. I'm so sorry. Mm-hmm. So I think it's something that would come full circle. And I have to say that the ending scene of this show, of this episode, we see John Walker. John Walker actually kills somebody.
the meme. Oh, dude, you don't have the meme?
I don't have it. I don't have it. But this is this. It was something that was very, very ironic because he actually kills a person who was talking about how big of a fan he was of Captain America. And now, as he's a grown up, he actually thinks that the leader of the movement that is happening, she represents what a Captain America should be, and he gets killed at the end by John Walker. And for me, that scene when we see him with the shield full of blood was very. It was disgraceful in my eyes.
It was disgraceful.
I mean, it looked awesome.
It was like,
it looked awesome.
Yeah, no, for sure. But what it was,
but
it was
in
like,
my
wow.
But in my heart, I was like, this is a disgrace.
But that is when you know And let me show you this, but I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
explain that. Uh, that's the
Mm-hmm.
meme.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean,
It
that's not
was
funny, but
crazy. It was crazy.
yeah,
It was
it
crazy.
was very ironic.
Yeah. And okay, so that's when you know, and how they explained it in the story, that the serum reveals and
Yeah,
just blows up who you really
who
are
you
and
really are.
who you really are inside.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Steve Rogers is Steve Rogers. And the thing about it is Lamar, his partner right
Mm-hmm.
there in crime, actually told him the truth, but it was misinterpreted by them themselves. So he said, here's the thing, Steve Rogers or Steve Rogers, you, John Walker, are a Medal of Honor, are blah, 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 are this and that, and went through this in here and there. But, bro, you
Mm-hmm.
are missing the point. It is about who you are inside and what you want it to be. And Steve Rogers, since the beginning, wanted to be a true hero. He didn't want
Mm-hmm.
it. He didn't want to be. He didn't say he wanted to be a hero. He said
Mm-hmm.
he wanted to fight for his country and protect people.
Yeah, that's true.
Like John Walker is more like worried about what he is representing than who he wants to be as a moral in moral grounds.
Mm-hmm.
So he thought that he took the shield and it was too heavy for him because he didn't really know what it really meant. Nobody knew what it really meant, what it really means. And even the government is just taking advantage of it as propaganda because
Mm-hmm.
they just wanted somebody to take the shield and some Captain America low. But the serum just reveals who you really are. And you called it and you were right, because as soon as he would take the serum, it would reveal
Yeah.
even more who John Walker is.
Mm-hmm.
And when his partner Lamar got killed with that punch, that I knew it. As soon as she hit him, I called it. I said, "Boom, lo mató." And when he hit the wall, boom, lo mató. Se lo dije así
Yeah.
como, whoa.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And it was good the way it happened because it was so brute. It was with force. And it was very cruel in the eyes of the audience in that moment. And how even we were shocked. Like,
Mm-hmm.
se jodió todo aquí.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
When that happened, I knew that John Walker was gonna lose his shit because his friend was the perfect balance for him, because he was the one who would always calm him down and be like, mira, no puedes hacer esto, you can't do this. Y when he died,
Mm-hmm.
that's like losing your north. And that's why, even though I was shocked by the ending, I wasn't surprised at everything that happened. And the thing that sucks is that we live in a time where social media is very present, so everybody was recording what
Yeah.
happened. They got that on tape, on tape,
Mm-hmm.
on cell phones and
Uh,
whatever, on
uh,
video.
a
Sorry,
video. I
I
got it on
said
video.
tape. I'm like
That's
still old
fine.
school.
That's fine. You're Steve Rogers.
Yeah. So they got that on video, and now we're gonna have to see how the government is going to deal with the repercussions of giving this man the shield.
Yes, because now they're gonna say, "Oh no, he's not with us." It's like he went rogue, and we hit the information. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
what? So he might be a rogue agent now, a rogue
Yeah.
Captain America,
Yep.
based off of this. Nico D'Angelo says, "I would love an episode that goes into him, not just a violent man, but the idea that the war can really affect
Yes,
people."
which
That
is
is what's
this is
probably,
true.
I
Mm-hmm.
believe, that's going to happen a next episode.
Yeah.
Because of what the conversation that he had with Lamar in the mall,
Yeah.
saying that, yo, but John Walker was saying, but what we did to earn those Medal of Honors in Afghanistan is like, there is a story right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a
For
story
sure.
right there that we can see. And they did some illegal crap. They did something so
Mm-hmm.
horrible that they're just, they had to not say anything, but it was eating away at John.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he was so desperate to actually have the shield and represent something good, that he was trying to erase his past.
Yeah.
So that I truly believe that the next episode might be that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, incorporated with obviously the present.
And
But
I think maybe it'll be just focused on John Walker, because this past episode actually opens the door for the spotlight to be on him. On this next episode, maybe include a couple of scenes with Bucky and Sam and Zemo. But then that's how you close out the season, the season with the finale, that's going
which
to be
is
episode 6.
an hour and 1 minute.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
An hour and 1 minute,
And that,
supposedly.
and this next episode is going to be 61 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And Nico D'Angelo says here, because in real life, I know people that believe if they have to kill for the country in a war, they will do it. Same way as Walker. Yeah, that's truly, that's something real.
yeah.
And Walker is the real American soldier, as sad as that sounds.
I was discussing with I think it was your sister con Bianca. I was discussing the fact that people were saying that Captain America represents what America wants to be, but then John Walker represents what America is.
Mm-hmm.
That's something interesting to think about.
Yeah, the new Captain America has PTSD. He shouldn't be what he is. Yeah, that's what, and you can see it when he took
Sí, él
the
tiene un
syringe.
tic nervioso.
He was like,
Mm-hmm.
he was like,
Yeah.
like the tick that he already had that you couldn't see because it was like he was controlling it. Now, like the serum has said, and the scientists already said, the serum reveals who you truly are. That tick just went out, and he's like, I need to hit something. I need to kill somebody. I need to do this. Yeah.
And we have to see. The only thing I have to say is what's going to happen with Zemo, because he escaped during the confrontation.
Yes, and Zemo escaped. He pulled El Chapo.
Sí.
Oh, but wait. Let's not take away the Wakanda beating that he got.
Of course,
which is one of the reasons that he got pushed over even more.
I think he couldn't believe that these two women were kicking his ass, because that's the pride that he has, not only as a man but as like the figure of being like, oh, I'm Captain America, nobody can nobody can fuck with me, and Ayo doesn't give a fuck, like she's from Wakanda. Women there they don't mess around, bro. Like,
and I have it, and when they call me to this, I said no. And I'm like, no. But that beating was amazing, that fight, because, and the funniest thing was that you see Sam and Bucky saying, we should do something about this, and Sam's like, nah, let it ride for a little bit.
And the other thing that I want to say is, even though I'm excited to see what's going to happen, I'm worried at the same time, because it's like we were talking about, there's only 2 episodes left.
Yes.
So I want to see what's going to happen in the next one, because my fear is that we had a great 4th episode. Then the 5th one is focused on possibly one character, but then it becomes hard for the show to wrap up in a way, because we're still missing Sharon Carter. We still don't know who the power broker is. Zemo escaped, so I think that the show has a lot riding on the last 2 episodes, and that excites me, but it worries me a lot.
Yeah, what it does is, if it doesn't close a chapter and leaves like Zemo, undetained and other stuff, it means that Marvel does have a plan to actually continue using these characters.
Yeah, for sure.
So that is something that this is just like the ending of WandaVision. Like, she was like only like, It's like, for sure, we already knew that she was going to be into the multiverse of madness of Doctor Strange too.
Yeah.
So there's a reason behind it.
I think I would love to see if they tie it to Black Panther in a way. Because that's actually the line of that superhero, just like WandaVision was the line of Doctor Strange. I saw an artwork of somebody that they drew Bucky in the White Wolf outfit in Wakanda, and Ayo has the control. She can control Bucky's arm.
Not control. She knows how to diffuse. How to diffuse disarmament. That was amazing. It's like.
Mira, she was like, mira, nene, mira.
No te ponga.
Shut the fuck up. Me voy.
Get the fuck out of here, man. I put you to sleep again.
Yeah.
It was like, that's why I loved it so much. She's like, whoa. Bro, don't fuck with her. You don't know what she's doing. Get away. If that woman says, obey me, sorry, I will not move a muscle. You stay still for 3 days. It's like, okay. Did that count it? Sorry, no. Okay. I
Ay,
would
Dios
not
mío.
move. But definitely the Dora Milaje are more interesting than the Amazons.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Por
yeah,
supuesto.
yeah.
Yep.
And that's for the end. The Power Broker with Zemo having a reunion of the Thunderbolts. It could be. It
It
could
could
be.
be. Could
Um.
be. Who
Anyways,
knows?
anything else we want to add before we start doing the giveaway thing?
Nah, I think that's gonna be all.
Okay, so that is going to be it for the entire show. Now, before we actually jump into the giveaway, which is a thing that we are going to do, we try it out. It's the very first time that I'm going to do it like this. So bear with us when it's been done.
Yeah.
First off, we want to thank you guys for being here and for being part of TLU. Let's talk about it on Wednesdays. We just want to make sure that you guys remember and check out our schedule, which Wednesday we finished, and then our last streaming day of the week, it's going to be Saturday with Little Nightmares DLC that we're going to be adding on. We're gonna get it so that we can continue playing Little Nightmares because it was extremely interesting. We loved that game. And do we have anything else? Oh yeah, don't forget also. Actually, you're used
Yeah.
to doing the. Yeah, you're
Don't
used to
forget to
the.
follow us on Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter under the Legacy Universe. And don't forget that before our stream on Saturday, we also have Reload every Friday at 7 p.m. via the Puerto Rico Comic Con's official Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch channel, where we do kind of the same thing that we do here, but we do it in Spanish, and it's an hour. It's an hour.
Yes.
Also, a reminder that next week our spotlight of the week is going to be Remnant from the Ashes, which is a video game that we played for 3 hours. I think last week here on Twitch. It was very complicated, but we want to play it some more so that we can give you guys an in-depth discussion about this game. And apart from that, don't forget that we also have our new t-shirts in our store. So this is from our land to the universe. It's a collection where you can rep your country pride across the universe. We have our astronaut with the Puerto Rican flag, the Dominican flag, and the flag from the United States. So if you are interested, these are available at our store, teespring.com/the legacy universe. No te preocupes, no lo voy a decir weird. And also we have these two designs where we have the Legacy Masters horror section by Saturn_Strawberry. She did this amazing design. This has her drawing at the front, and then in the back it has the Legacy Masters logo. And we have a Throw It Into the Universe t-shirt as well under the same link. And don't forget that if you're a fan of Legacy Masters, we also have merch for Legacy Masters. We have t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, and mugs, all at teespring.com/store/the-legacy-universe.
No!
And that's gonna be all here in StreamYard. Let me see if I'm not forgetting anything else. No, we are good. But now it's giveaway time. So we're gonna do another stream. If you have submitted your points for the subscriber giveaway of MLB The Show 2021, we are gonna go live from OBS now, so we can do something really fun with you guys and pick a winner for today. So I have 4 people on the list, and we will see you over there.
All right, so
do you need me to click something?
No, leave it right there because I want to see if I start OBS from this side and it will work.
Okay, let's see.
Let me see. Don't go anywhere, guys. We're about to. Let me see how it does. Okay.
See you then later.
Love you too. If this stops, if this stream stops, jump right back into it because it only will take 5 seconds to switch. So guys, we're about to jump. We're about to end and come back in 3 seconds, like 3, 2, 1, like that. All right, so
bye.